You see, I'm not sure whether I wanted to do this, Let's just start there, But there's been so much made about this guy. News.
2024 has started with a bang.
No, okay, news is started. So I just thought, what? Because for me, this is to educate me. Because the stuff that I've seen is just so weird that I say, what? Let's have a convo about this and please educate me because I know very little about this stuff. So, because we're going to break down Epstein and hopefully, I hope so you guys have seen the Katt Williams interview. Hopefully you've seen the Katt Williams because we have to talk about that Katt Williams interview because that interview is popping off as well. So we'll just talk about Katt Williams. I want to talk about comedians as well, but we'll start with the Epstein. And I think the best place to start is this because I think, and this is me just asking. So let me even start this whole thing is, who is Epstein? So first thing is first is, who is this dude? So all I know is that he's a rich guy that somehow just knows famous people. So Ricardo, and then comes to Master. So Ricardo, who is this guy? Who is Epstein? Like, what is he? Like, how does he know so many? How does he know so many people? Because there are many rich people. So what makes him so special?
Well, he is a Jew. Let's start off with that.
Jewish. He's Jewish.
I know where this is going, man.
He's Jewish.
Yeah. He's also like a financial. He has to do with finance. He's a billionaire. To be fair, if you're like that rich, you're gonna know a lot of famous people. So, some people are saying he's like not like a spy, but he definitely has strong ties to Israeli government.
That's true.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So, but yeah, he's a typical rich billionaire American who's part of finance in, I guess, like New York or something like that.
So okay, where does the island come into it?
Well,
so is this an island or is it an island that he owns?
It's an island that he owns. So he owns several property, in Florida, New York, and but the island is it's on the U.S. Virgin Islands. It's called Little St. James, and he owns that island. He's been owning it for I don't know, like 20 plus years. And
so how rich is he? Because I just want some relatives. So how rich is he in comparison to, let's say, a Bezos or a Musk? Is he rich? So like tier level, like how rich is this guy?
Well, I mean, we're talking about Musk, Bill Gates.
He's not that level.
Yeah, he's not that level. But then again, it's like he is a billionaire, so he's still pretty fucking rich. But yeah, he's fucking rich. Like, he's a billionaire. I mean, I don't think there's anything. I think past a billion, I don't know how much.
I think it's 560 mil. That's his net worth.
Oh, I don't know. I mean, that's just
560. Come on. Okay.
Yeah,
okay. Now, no. Okay. So, to us, that's a heck of a lot of money. But I'm just saying that if we're dealing with big dudes like the Bransons, the Mosks, the Sultan of Brunei's, 560 mil is like tier 2.
He's not like a big dude in like terms of money, but he's a big dude in terms of like influence, like social influence.
You see, that's what I'm saying. It must be like an Jewish, influential thing.
Don't forget the Jew part. He's Jew.
Okay, Ricardo, just Ricardo, remember, this is not Monday. This is still a YouTube channel. I mean, even if this is like my riffraff roadman, this is my roadman channel where anything can go subtle, but still.
Are
we allowed to have real discussions about this?
Zubair, okay.
I know Mohammed's gonna say some crazy stuff. I know Mohammed.
No. Wait, sorry, Spy. Unfortunately, there are no cards on this channel, bro. There are no cards on this channel. So wait, let me just get this. So he's very rich. He's Jewish. He's extremely influential, and he has lots of connections, and he has connections to the Israeli government.
Yeah, and politicians and whatnot.
I mean, no, he has connections to everyone. It's not just the one government.
What do you mean by everyone?
He has connections to
the
Tony
U.S.
Blair.
No, he has connections to U.S. government officials, representatives. Also, he has connections to Israel, UK. He has connections to the royal families as well. It's not like he has connections to only...
Do you know what this? Okay, so have you guys ever seen Nixon, Oliver Stone film starring what's his face, Anthony Hopkins? Have you seen the film?
I know where you're gonna go with this.
Yeah.
No, okay, I don't think you know because basically there's a scene in the film where I think he's seeking re-election, and he's basically in this room, and all this room are just all billionaires, all rich guys, and they're all saying that, yo, either you do what we say, or we can stop you from getting re-elected. So forget about all that sort of things. No. We determine whether you are president or not votes or anything, because we're the guys. So because for me, I was like, oh, damn, is that how this works? Because I watched when I was young, I was like, oh, so I thought, you vote, democracy and everything. Said no. There are like 6, 7, 8 guys with a lot of money who determine elections. And if you don't go hop and step with them, you do. So this whole like Obama hope. No. Obama had to go hop and step with certain billionaires, because if he didn't, he was going to be president and they would stop him. So Epstein, I assume, is one of those guys where, you need to sort of, get in with me because I'm influential in politics, which it's all a freaking game, bro. Your vote means nothing.
One second. That guy worked for Mossad. That's what he was doing. He worked for the Untouchables, and they used them. I mean, I was reading the files, brother. He had a picture of Bill Clinton in a dress in his house. That's some sick stuff. So this is
what's the more interesting part that I learned? One of my one of the people that I used to know, that used to like be one of my professors or teachers. They have
Wait, Zimmerman, hope you're not going to incriminate anybody here, bro.
No.
Not even
that. Not even that. I'm with the mandem, bro. I'm from the ends, man. Of course I want to snitch.
Oh Lord.
But coming from Epstein, you know the ex-lawyer, the Harvard professor,
Alan Dershowitz.
Yeah. He told, bro, when he found out this guy was on the list, he was absolutely shocked because he knows a person that knows him, and he's like, yo, this guy, like, everyone that's connected to him is absolutely shocked that he's involved in that type of situation and whatnot. But it's just like this list.
Lawyer. Alan Dershowitz.
I swear, like,
I
swear when like they found out that he was on the list, he started calling it anti-Semitic and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh,
Alan Dershowitz.
Okay. So
the reason that Epstein wasn't prosecuted. He was the lawyer. Epstein did the deal behind the victims with the lawyer of the victim that he catch free. Actually, he was prosecuted in 2005, and Alan Dershowitz helped him get free. So Alan Dershowitz is a piece of shit.
Oh wow. Okay. Look. Let's talk about this list. Let's talk about the list, man. So, all right. So first thing is that who was able to get this list? So was this the lady who can we call her like the whistleblower? So this was the lady who was apparently underage, and she knew everybody that was coming there, or did they just get like how did they know the names that were on this island, on the list?
It wasn't actually like formally it wasn't actually formally a list. It was like a document of the testimonies of like the victims, and then they just like this is kind of like the transcripts, and then they were talking about several people.
But didn't they have flight what is it?
Yeah. But
itinerary.
Yeah. But what got released was the transcript. I don't know if you guys read it. It was like 900 pages long, but
somebody tried to upload it into like a website, and then it got shut down immediately.
No.
Won't the flight itinerary get released like later?
It's actually crashed because so many people.
Yeah, so many people were on it.
I'm kind of actually.
So okay. So this is where it just gets tricky now. So I'm going to try and tread as carefully as I can.
Can I say something? Is this bigger than the Ballon d'Or list?
No,
the top 30?
Can I say something?
Okay. So yeah. So what do you want to say real quick? Yes, go for it.
No. You know the crazy thing about this whole thing is, it's like the guy. When did he die? How long ago?
Like 2 years ago.
Was it? No, it was before.
It was not a suicide.
Wasn't it before COVID that he died?
Yeah,
Like, he died
2019. He died 2019, I believe.
Bro, we're in 2024.
Yo, these things take time, though.
And I know, but it's like we like
And,
I remember
and
when
also,
the
nobody
thing was
wants this
happening.
stuff to come out.
No, that's the thing. I remember when the thing was happening, how he's an evil person. Till today, people still mention his name. We've been talking about this list forever, and yet not one person on that list is facing any criminal charges. I don't understand. Like it
No,
doesn't
wait,
make sense.
but yes, hold on. Yes, you're on that though. You see, no. I want to keep him for a separate topic because I want to break this down into chapters because I want to talk about Prince Andrew separately. So I want Prince Andrew to have his own topic because that's the own topic in and of itself. But wait, hold on. Let's just focus on the list. Okay, so my thing is,
Oh, Benzema was
So-
on the list, by the way.
okay, wait, hold on.
Oh, I heard R9 as well.
Yeah,
R9 as
I saw a
well.
picture of R9.
R9, yeah, R9 was there, man.
Yeah,
Wild one.
Okay,
Wow.
wait, hold
The
on. Wait, guys, let me
original Ronaldo.
remember. I'm the guy that knows it, so let me just ask a question. So, how do you get on the list? Is it that you know someone and it's like because I'm just trying to say, okay, how do you go about getting to this island to begin with? Is it that hey,
It's known.
I'm a really rich
You're
guy?
an associate.
Okay.
Yeah, you're an
Okay,
associate.
can
No,
can I say something,
Oh.
brother?
Okay, Mohammed, what do you want to say?
So it's not the client list. What was released is there was this two lady. One of her names was Jermaine Dufresne. He took it was so this was in a court. They had this. It was in like interrogation depositions of about people. A lady who was doing a civil suit to Epstein. So it's not client list. Even Chris Tucker's name was there as well. It's just people.
Yeah, Katt
people-
Williams told us about that. Yeah.
So this is not a client list of people. This is just people who were named in depositions. Now Donald Trump's name was there, but he wasn't. They asked the lady. It was just people that were close to him, not the people who actually went.
So okay. See, Anna. So here's my thing. So this list are guys that went to this island, but
No,
the
no, no,
the
no,
real
no,
basically
no,
hold on.
Yeah.
No, okay.
Yeah.
So the real names are who was involved with these underage girls. Now that's the real function here because I had Clinton and I have Stephen Hawking.
There's list.
Hey, shout out to Stephen Hawking, man.
Ricardo, shut up.
went
Ricardo,
to
shut up.
island. There are people who went to his houses in New York who always did stuff with underage kids. So there's a lot of different lists and different.
So if you're in the list, you're not necessarily guilty of anything.
There
No,
are
no.
some
No,
who are guilty,
but because that's what I'm trying to ask. Because my thing is that
something in there,
if it's an
some people
itinerary,
are
hold up. No, because my thing is that if it's an itinerary, it's guys who went to the island. Okay, you went to the island, fine. It's not a crime going to an island. That's not the crime. So obviously, loads of people went. No, loads of people went to this island. The main thing is that how many of these people were involved with this underage girl?
But
No, but
All
HH,
girls.
HH.
I don't
And
think.
and how many people knew about this whole sex slave like
Everyone.
I don't think we would
He-
ever get.
He was guilty in
list.
2008, so
No, but why would
everyone
they?
who
Why do you think?
associated him after 2008 knew what he was.
No,
It is.
but do you think? I don't think he would. I don't know. Would he keep a list of that? I don't think he would, unless he's dumb enough to do that. I mean,
I
then,
don't think.
yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, no. Basically, it has to be flight itinerary of
He filmed
who. Because
apparently-
basically everybody keeps wait. Hold up. Everybody, there's an itinerary that exists. So obviously there was an itinerary of who went from point A to point B. That is the only list that exists. How can you have a list of, hey, this is the list of guys who are now pedophiles? No, that's freaking stupid. So the main thing is, these are the guys that were at the island. Now, the key thing is, how many people can this lady identify who she was involved with? That's the
No,
real
but
clincher.
HH.
Yes, sir.
HH, yeah. let's keep it real, yeah. Let's keep it street, yeah. If you go, if you go into this island, yeah, and you see 15-year-old girls and you see all this stuff, and you see it yourself and you don't say nothing, even though you didn't do it, you're part to blame.
Wait,
as well.
okay, hold on. No, real quick. So, no, wait, hold on. Okay, so my thing is that you can go there. How do you know how old they are? Because you just don't know. Now, because because
Come on,
my thing is that
man, you can tell.
You have an inkling.
You can tell, man.
Come on.
Yeah,
When,
you can
when
tell.
someone is that age, you see it. You don't. You just see
it's,
it.
no,
Like,
no,
you
no.
don't
Wait.
know. Yeah.
Okay, so my thing is here is like so a guy can say that you're underage. Okay, you're someone's daughter or you're someone's kid. Now, if you see said person engage in particular activities, then you're messed up there because you are like indirectly involved.
Do you think no? There's obviously there's going to be some people that actually actually got caught up with that type of trafficking and whatnot. Some celebrities. There's also going to be people that know what was going on. I refuse to believe that these guys are all like blindfolded and they didn't know that this type of stuff is going on in the island. They might not have participated, but some of them knew, guaranteed, man.
Yeah, they knew.
There's no way they're this naive, and like they're thinking that they're here just to party. They knew what was up.
It's not only that.
Okay, but wait. Okay, you see, Zema, see now you see that is an unfair leap, because let's be real, we're dealing with rich people, and rich people get invited to loads and loads of parties and everything. So my thing is like, hey.
I'm not saying that if you went there, you're automatically guilty. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that there has to be a certain portion of people that went there that might not have participated, but that were offered the opportunity or offered the sick deed.
Basically, that's pretty much knew that, okay, this is what this is about.
Yeah, that's exactly.
And that's basically, see, the key thing is that, guys, I told you, this is why I told you that rich people are freaking weird. They're weirdos. Because this links into the Katt Williams interview, where this whole Illuminati serious circle thing, I think it's real. Because I think that once you're in those 0.1% rich circles, there's some weird stuff that happens there, bro. There's some really weird stuff that happens there, bro. Excuse me, Weinstein, because rich people, Hollywood people, they're freaking weirdos. Stuff gets really weird when you're in those rich circles.
Yeah, man. You have to shout out Diddy, man. Shout out Diddy at the moment. That's what I'm saying.
I don't think we should be shouting him out. Let me come to your boy AK. So, what do you make of the list specifically? Do you see that? So, do you believe that everybody that went there is in a way guilty, or at least guilty by association?
I mean, for me, like, I think you did draw a distinction between the list and the people that were involved in the said things that happened. But there were people also that saw those said things happen and, they didn't do anything. I don't know whether, they didn't do anything because they were afraid of Epstein's influence over them, or, I mean, that's what I want to know. Like, why, apart from the people that did these things obviously being found guilty, and I hope they are found guilty, why did the people that saw these things happen, like, not really take any action against them? Was it due to like some power? Was it some power circle there, or was it like, I don't know?
Yeah, it's definitely a power circle, because you can't even if you saw something and you say something about it, most likely your career is going to be done, because it's so many influential people that were probably there.
Yeah.
Your career is going to be done.
Because okay, let's see. Can we keep it a stack? So Abe, you said we should keep it a 1,000. If you want to keep it a 1,000, it's like peer pressure. So a lot of the people that make it here, they probably started off poor, started off struggling. So once they're in those cycles, they're like, no, to really be in, you've got to, this is really the in thing. To really be accepted, the whole in thing is creepy. Which is why I say it's so important that we discuss the Katt Williams interview, because it is so linked in with this. Because of the whole peer pressure thing, you feel that, no, if you're rich, if you're really rich, this is the thing to freaking do. By doing this, you're basically in with the crowd. That's how sick it is.
It's not only that. It's also like group thinking, which is like this idea where like you go with the consensus and you don't think rationally or critically of the situation. So if it becomes a norm around you, you're more likely to adopt it as a norm because no one's saying anything or doing anything. And those are the people that are probably those are the people that are not necessarily going to be identified as like being involved. But in one way or another, they knew what was going on. It's just the group thinking. It was like a norm.
I think it's more simple. That's Zeman as
Wait, hold on. Artists, go for it. Artists.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. So it's P9 today. It's P9 today.
Oh Lord.
But as someone who's maybe say as a doctor's got a little bit of status, as it were. So people have had conversations and stuff like that. Like a lot of this stuff like is just especially depends on these parties, is connection building, is network building. So a lot of it is simple stuff. So when you see these parties, these things, like I don't necessarily think it's solely just to go and do stuff, as it were, for the sake of doing stuff. A lot of it is, I know that this person's going to be here, this person's going to be here. How can we network? How can we make connections? How can I get in with this and that? Like those, most of the time, that is the reason why these things happen. And for the host, in terms of Epstein, it's to flaunt whatever status, whatever thing that he has. But and that's why that's why clearly there'll be people that will be linked on the list that are there that presumably wouldn't have done anything because purely they just want to be there to sort of see. It might not even be Epstein, it might just be whoever else is coming that's there to be on the list with. So networking amongst rich people is not like some sort of foreign concept. It happens all the time. It's just that it so happens that this guy obviously was a pedophile, and all these people,
Oh no, so Addis, it goes to my point though, which is why it's unfair to be guilty by association, because again, if it's like this is the place to be, we can't now assume that you knew everything that was going on around there.
I mean, also, HH.
Well, just one quick point, AK. Just I don't.
Okay,
I don't
so for artists,
disagree with
then AK artists.
Yeah, I don't disagree with that premise. I think the problem that people have is that like it's the whole kind of rich, poor, status class divide. Because if this was an average Joe, ordinary guy person, people would have no hesitation to sort of, the Jonathan made is sort of not sort of a similar situation like that, where people would have no hesitation to cut that person off, get them job, get them cancelled, whatever. Completely because they're associated with this person, they should be cancelled, they should be banned, whatever. But because obviously these people are rich, they've got influence, business owners, etc., they're politicians, etc., and nothing is happening to them. That is why I think a lot of people are frustrated, going, well, hang on a minute, how come there's rules for thee and not for me? I think that's where the issue comes. But that's my 2 cents. So
wait, AK, wait,
also, HH, remember the Ricky Gervais speech at like?
Oh yeah. Golden Globes, I think.
At the Golden Globes, yeah. Like, what's happened to him now? Like, and the same thing with like Stanley Kubrick, and we exposed all of them.
Oh yeah, Kubrick. Yeah. Eyes wide shut. Yeah, eyes wide shut.
Yeah.
Oh no, see for me, see,
he paid for his life.
Yeah, look, it's crazy. Okay, look, let me quickly take some because I wanna go on to a particular guy. So shout out to your boy Zeno. Thank you for the Dubinsky, man. HH, we saw that picture on Twitter. Ireland tax on R9 World Cup and Pogba PD tax on Mbappe World Cup. It's not looking good for your goats. Okay, look, first of all, you can't be guilty by association. If R9, first of all, this is if R9 was there, how can you say that he knew what Epstein was freaking doing?
Come on, man. He was clapping cheeks. Let's be honest.
Yeah, come on, man. R9 was popping guys all like, let's go.
R9 was just there. As Aris just said,
No,
hey,
he
it's the place to be.
wasn't.
I was just
Are
visiting.
you defending a pedophile?
No.
Are you defending a pedophile?
Why?
Maybe that's
defending a pedophile, man.
Yeah, maybe that's why his knees was getting messed up every time.
Okay, you know what? All right.
That's a red though.
Bro, think about it. This was
hold on, Dacho.
early 2000s. R9 was on top of the world in the early 2000s.
Wait, okay. R9 went from sleeping with 3 men to going to Epstein's Island. Chat, is this Doy? Okay, you know what? I'm not even going to respond to that. I'm not going to respond to that. Half up snow bunnies. And why do you have that as your AVI, you prick? R9 wanted younger Bill to improve his knees. # growth. Okay, look, let's talk about this dude. Now, this is where it gets interesting. And this is why I said this gets real.
This bozo Prince Andrews.
Okay, Guys,
Have you
if
been-
you
Can I just speak on this out?
wait, hold on. Okay, so if you pay for a settlement, you are guilty.
Yes.
Okay, if things are so bad that your family has to not try and protect you and everything, you are guilty. So in this, bro, so basically, so I was like, I was just out in the street and like in the newspaper in the UK, like this literally front page, Prince Andrew, his name is mentioned several times. Because my thing is that
73.
Yeah, he's top three.
73
Top three.
bro, so and I think they said like the lady had to pretty much do everything that he demanded. And she had to go to his flat in London. So this place, he has to go to his flat in London to do stuff for him.
Yep.
Bro, he's guilty.
Have you read that with the puppet?
Yeah, the queen paid him off. Let's be real.
Can you bring up Hamza's comment
They're saying they was licking his nipple.
regarding the settlement time?
Oh no,
You said they were looking his kneecap. That's crazy, man.
okay, so I mean, what's it called? So Smart said, like, how you look at the whole Prince Andrew thing. How deep do you think it gets beyond just Prince Andrew?
He is guilty because Joanna Sjoberg, I think that's one of the victims, has especially mentioned him with the puppet. Apparently, Prince Andrew groped her and she forced to do a massage. Massage is a code word for sex in the paper. So every time we read massage is sex. So he is 100% guilty. And the royal family, the taxpayers of the UK had to pay 12 million euros. That's your money you paid for.
Oh no, but you know what the sick thing is? See, and this is the issue.
100%.
See, this is the issue in the UK. There's some people that there's nothing that the royal family can do that will ever make them turn against them. Nothing. Because there's some people that they need that fantasy. Even if a member of the royal family is pretty much obvious that this guy is guilty and the family you're protecting a pedophile. Like, just think for a moment. This is one of the worst offenses you can do. And the fact that this is not an even bigger story is crazy. Bro, get your ass to freaking court and stand up for your crimes. But because he's part of this royal family, people are just accepting that, hey, it's royal family, that a pedophile is being protected because he's part of the royal blood. It just shows you how effed up and sick we are in this society. You know? Because, I'm sorry, if you pay someone off, you refuse to go to court, out of court settlements, you're guilty.
We've known that about the royal family, like, for a long time.
Bro, they all have sex with one another. They're all inbred. It's bro, I think that the queen is related to her husband. I think they're both related.
Yeah,
that's her cousin.
Yeah, Ricardo.
And this is the people you guys worship out there in London. Huh?
Yo, respect my queen.
Man, London, I'm telling you, compared to the rest of the UK, London doesn't give a shit about royal family.
London is but Ibs, you say that to Ibs. When those royal peeps keep going through, I still see like London come out for them. So it's weird that like, but it's true. London is like a different country. Like there's England, then there's London, Bristol, Birmingham. So Birmingham, Bristol, London is like are separate countries. Then there's the rest of England.
I have a question. I heard that there's some people in Nigeria that worship the queen. You know.
Yes, of course. Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
It's sad.
No. Wait, but okay. Okay, let me ask. So, do you guys think Prince Andrew will face his crime, or he'll fully be protected?
No.
Specifically with this list coming through.
He'll be protected, man. You got family.
Wait, but how? Okay. So you're saying even with these new revelations, you're saying in 2024, this guy's not going to face up to his crimes.
Yeah, but
HJ, come on, man. It's the royal family, man.
We know.
Yeah, No. I report. I'm saying, guys, it's 2024. This ain't Game of Thrones. This is 1800s.
Who's making the accusation? Wait, guys, hold up.
Wait, artist.
Who's making the accusation? Because you're saying these are like someone has to make someone has to make a claim and accusation first.
Exactly.
Against Prince Andrew. And then obviously then because the way the royal family is arranged, it's not Prince Charles and Elizabeth and all the rest of that. There is actual company, an actual organization that in quote runs the royal family. Like that's kind of how they run things, so mitigate things like PR and everything. So there'll be people. So the people that actually run the royal family are already going to be looking at this as this PR disaster class. They're already probably going to excommunicate Prince Andrew from oil. I mean, he already isn't involved in most royal activities.
Yeah, because they removed some of his titles, didn't they?
Exactly. So they're already going to disassociate Prince Andrew from everything associated with the royal family, anyway, regardless, so as to keep brand royal family intact and not let him be paying things. So the next question comes to, who are the people that are going to bring a case or bring cases to Prince Andrew? If there's a size amount of people that do bring it case and also have lawyer backing, then okay, yeah, by all means, we'll have something. But Prince Andrew, obviously, given his influence, is going to have a sizable amount of lawyers that they'll be able to fight whoever brings up any accusation. And right now, it's only one, in quote, spurious case of, I think, inappropriate groping or touching or something along those lines. And that's it. So
no. I also heard that they said like this lady had to do anything.
Yes, what I'm talking about is in terms of actually bringing the case. I'm not talking about what's alleged in the paper in the document.
Okay, yeah.
Actual person bringing. That's what I mean. So fundamentally, in order for Prince Andrew to have anything, or for the Metropolitan Police to actually investigate, much like with any case, someone has to bring a case to the police or whatever with substantive evidence, and then obviously the Met will then investigate it. But I don't see anyone.
They're not investigating them, man.
Unless there's sized amount of people.
No. Look, like in my view, I think this is the sad reality. That guy ain't touching a court or a prison. Like that's just a sad world that we live in. Like a potential pedophile, because again, this was an alleged pedophile is not going to at least see his day in court, because that's just how screwed up the world is. But what I'm saying, but the thing though is that I think, as you just said, it's a PR disaster, because you can't show up in public. Because if you show up in public, because bro, there's so much stink upon you, and this is the worst kind of stink you can have is pedophilia. This is the worst thing you can have.
No. I mean, let's give us that. Someone who's been in the UK, Andrew has been irrelevant in terms of the royal family for ages now. No one gives a crap about what he's doing. So he's going to be. If anything, people are still talking about Meghan and Harry, etc., being more of a thing with Prince William and so on. So it's not like he's going to come back into this. But the issue is with these types of cases, and this is why you feel is that you feel sorry for the victims, is that. Like with any court case, when you're in the legal system, if you have access, to substantive resources and very good lawyers, it is very, very difficult to prosecute any case successfully. It's as simple as that. Of course, if this was some run-of-the-mill average Joe or something like that, he'd be locked up and denied bail easily. But that's not going to happen with Prince Andrew.
And also, let's keep it real. Remember, is that this is the Roadman channel. We all know what happened with Princess Diana. We all know.
Hey, Chish, let's keep it 1,000, yeah? No one's going to be able to do this to the royal family, yeah? And this stuff. Listen, as soon as...
No. Ibs, you're dealing with you're dealing with a mob. You're dealing with one of the most... This is Goodfellas. This is Godfather. You're dealing with a powerful mob. Prince Andrew, no one's touching, dude.
Hey, Chish, these guys will do some mad shit. They will never let them. They will never let Prince Andrew, the royal family, get in trouble. They will just inject you with some shit or give you some food where you end up vomiting and shit. I'm telling you, I'm keeping it real.
Okay. Let me deal. Okay, I want to deal with this real quick. And guys, Ricardo, I am begging you, please just be respectful on this topic. Okay. Please be respectful on this topic. I'm begging you. All right.
R9.
Okay. So guys, here. Okay. Can I speak on this whole thing? Okay, no. Okay, so come here, but let me just go on to this topic. So, Stephen Hawking, Okay.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it's Fugazi.
Ziman, relax. Ziman, relax.
Okay.
Ziman, relax. Okay, let me just ask a question. This is a simple question.
I need to speak on this. I got something
I didn't speak on this. I didn't speak on
Ziman,
this too,
please.
man.
Let's just treat this with some maturity. Guys, let's just be mature for 5 minutes. Let's just be mature for 5 minutes. Okay, so guys.
I can't. Not with Stephen Hawking.
His name
Guys.
Steve. His name's Steve.
Oh, for God's sake.
Guys, just
It's Steve.
do
It's
we
Steve.
believe Stephen Hawking was involved
No.
in
No.
Casey? Why not? Casey, please go. Why not?
Because, like, listen, I don't care about anyone else. Like, there were two people I cared about. Like, one was Professor Noam Chomsky, other was like Marvin Minsky. Okay, when I read like what they were doing, they were just like a small meeting with this guy because he invests a lot in like stuff like AI and linguistics, and both of them are like father of modern AI and father of modern linguistics. So I think it was just like a academic thing, and I think it's the same for Stephen Hawking also. It's nothing more than that.
Okay,
Yeah, bro.
okay, so you're saying that
I can guarantee you, I can bet like $1 billion. I don't have that. But
so then, if you're wrong, you'll go to that. Okay, so you're saying Stephen Hawking.
No. Stephen Hawking is a Noam Chomsky at the age of he was 90 in 2015. He is not doing anything there.
So Casey, hold on. So Casey, I have your word that Stephen Hawking was not involved in any sexual crazy activities on the island.
Stephen, I can guarantee you 3 people are not involved in anything. Hawkins, Chomsky, and Minsky.
Casey.
Guarantee you straight away.
Okay, wait, hold on, Ziman. No, Ricardo, no, not you. Ziman.
First and foremost, I'm sure he's. Let's keep it real, bro. Do you know Stephen Hawking's track record when it comes to relationships?
Oh my!
Oh, for God's sake! Come on, man, leave the guy.
Ziman, I said we have to come just be mature for a few.
Just leave him alone.
This guy found a way to cheat on his girl with a nurse, even though he's paralyzed. He found a way.
He couldn't talk.
So for me, that's like this whole idea of he doesn't have energy for it.
Oh, leave the guy alone.
For me,
For God's sake.
Oh my gosh,
Can I speak on this? Can I speak on
No,
this?
not to
You
mention.
don't have
not to
there are some
mention-
great people. You don't do that.
No.
Come
My
on.
thing is-
Casey,
my-
I'm.
No.
All I'm gonna say is
all of this.
Wait,
all
hold on,
of this-
Ziman.
all of this just to say that this whole idea of like he's 90, he can't be involved in this type of situation. I don't know why his fanboys are trying to defend him. I didn't even know he had fanboys, first and foremost. Shout out to him. But this guy.
Okay. How do you think he was involved? Okay, Ziman, how do you think he was involved? In what way?
No. I don't think he's like. I don't think you can be guilty by association unless like documents.
Can you
come out
please
and whatnot.
kick out Tony Montana, please?
But
Can you please kick him out?
but at the same time, these memes have been crazy about Stephen Hawking, bro. This guy chooses the best time to leave this earth, man. He chose the best time, bro. Let's just keep it real, man.
All right, can I go on this?
The memes are hilarious. though.
can I go on this as well?
Okay, Ricardo.
All right,
Wait, hold on. Okay, Ricardo.
Let's preface a couple of things first, okay? It's fucked up. All right, there's no denying that it's fucked up and what was said about him, especially. To be honest, the guy's dead, so he doesn't even get a chance to defend
Yeah,
himself.
like it's messed up. It's a bad test.
Innocent until proven guilty.
Yeah, exactly. But at the same time, I'm like, all right, look, this guy was dealt a shitty hand in life. The only thing that got
And he
him
made
to
a
where
lot
he
out of it still. Yeah.
That's what I was gonna get to. The only thing this guy ever had was a brain on him because he was a smart guy. I've always known about him. I always known that he was smart. And then you see the pictures about him, and you come to realize like how the fuck does somebody like this who has no bodily functions is incredibly smart, right?
Mm.
Now, this guy, bro, come on, he's the most unfuckable person in the world.
No, come on,
Ricardo, that's foul, man. That's
Come on, guys.
Ricardo,
Yeah.
come on.
Ricardo, that's a low blow, man. That's a low blow.
Ricardo,
That's-
that's something below blow. That's like to the feet, bro.
No,
You're literally getting the ankles. Wait,
let me talk.
That's a red Ricardo.
Bro,
That's
come
a
on,
purple.
Speak on it, brother.
I'm just saying that. Okay, I'm saying what everybody's thinking. All right, like let's not try to be like you're so goddamn innocent. This guy was never gonna get any ass in his entire life. He had to become. Hold on.
I disagree.
He had to become one of the smartest people on the planet for him just to have even a child look his way.
No.
That's crazy. That's crazy. That's crazy. AK, go over. AK, go for it. AK, grab the mic. AK, grab the mic.
That's Ricardo, man.
AK, grab the mic. AK.
I mean, bro, I'll be real. I mean, I hope what Casey's saying is correct because, like, if he did do it, that's something. I'll be real. That's something. First of all,
No. AK, look, like, okay, let's bro.
Yeah.
It's okay. Let's just be real.
Innocent
It's
until proven
impossible for
guilty,
him
man.
to do stuff. The worst.
I mean,
No. The worst offense is if he watched. That is still a crime. But remember, this is hold on. The key thing, guys. Remember, alleged. These are all allegations. I don't believe it's true. Personally, I don't believe it's true because you know what, guys. Let's just be real. People are getting hyped over. Oh, he's guilty. Like, no, we don't know who's guilty. These are all allegations. Someone's guilty, but at the end of the day, guys, I know it's different, but we should still live in the world of it. Hold up, we should still live in the world of innocence until proven guilty. That is the world I still believe in.
Yeah, exactly.
Again, how
Wait, hold on. AK.
I think, I agree with you. I don't think he could have really done something unless it was quite literally, like, forced onto him. But I think he may have watched, and I think if he did, I know it's alleged, that is a crime unto itself.
Yes, that's a crime. That is a crime. Yeah.
Yes, I think, here's the thing, HH. If you're Stephen Hawking, and when you try to, speak to a girl, and the girl says, hi, how are you doing? And you respond with literal computer voices, I think there is something to be... I think it's very hard for me to say that, is he not guilty? Because the fact that he's on this list with, like, these guys who, I think, considering their history, I think a lot of them are guilty who are on that list.
Clinton?
Considering their history.
Oh, yeah.
And the things that people around them have said about them. So
Wait. Okay. What list are you referring to? The list of people who were on the island or this more exclusive list?
I think which one was the list with, like, the likes of Clinton and Trump and, like, Dershowitz on them?
It's okay. So this one pretty good for you. So
I don't think Dershowitz is on that list. He's like on the main.
Okay. What are the lists? Okay, so there's a list of people who are on the island. Then what is the other list? Is it the list of people that went to Epstein's private party or something?
Everyone went there. Like it's not everything is not a party. Like he literally invited people just to give talks. Sometimes.
Yeah, like so obviously everyone's there. So my thing is that is it like a separate exclusive list of like?
That's why. Listen. I know for a fact like an 88-year-old Chomsky is not doing anything. Like just relax.
How do you know for a fact?
Casey, you can't know that for a fact.
You can't know
that. Casey, you can't say that. Casey, nothing is important. No, Casey, nothing is impossible for everyone. Because Casey, did you know? Casey, they say that it is impossible for a priest to do anything sexual. It's impossible. He's a man of God.
He's 88. He was 88 when he went there.
No.
Come on, relax.
88,
Casey,
how old was Hugh Hefner? Hugh Hefner was still popping off at like 90 something, bro.
You can't use it at 88.
And also, Casey, remember, I said to AK, even if you just watch, that is still a crime.
Yeah, that's
but it's not.
Even if you do nothing, if you're there and you watch, you say nothing, that is guilty by association. That is still a crime.
What if he gets
You're an
off the
accessory.
I'm just trying to say like everything was not that like everything was not about that.
He's in Adam 22.
Oh, for God's sake.
Right. Okay. Ricardo, man, that just
What? Did I lie?
just.
To be fair, Adam 22.
Shout out to P. Diddy as well,
He
man.
doesn't only watch. So
You're the worst, Ricardo.
I don't think that's a perfect example.
Well,
Yeah,
Can I say
it's
something?
shout out Jason Love, man. Shout out Jason Love.
oh, shut up.
I
What's
don't
it?
know
Samasi, what are you saying? Samasi.
Apparently he liked to see little people undressed to solve equations. Seriously, with the papers.
Who's
He was-
this?
Who said that?
Stephen Hawking.
Oh my
Stephen
god.
Hawking, your idol.
Wait. So was it on the list?
Who said that?
I need to see sources.
Was it
now.
on the list?
I need to see some
He-
sources because that's crazy.
Yeah, he liked to see little people undressed to solve equations. Read on it.
What?
Yeah, no, that's true. That's true.
That's
Okay,
that's
okay,
intellectual
wait,
speculation,
okay.
man.
Okay, hold up. So, okay, let me just say. So, he liked to see children solve equations.
Well, no,
No, midgets. He liked them to see undressed to stimulate. his
So are
mind
we
to
calling
solve
that? Are we calling
equations.
that?
Oh,
Are we
please,
calling
come
that?
on.
Are we calling that intellectual stimulation? Is that what we're calling it?
That's a kink. That's a hard kink.
That's a hard intellectual stimulation.
And Casey, come on, this dude cheated on
No,
his
I'm
wife.
not talking about. I'm not talking about Hawkins.
Oh no,
I'm talking about
Samasi, don't
Chomsky
come
and
on.
Minsky.
Samasi, so all because he
Just blink
committed
with his
adultery
eye.
doesn't make him a pedo. Just don't do that. That leap doesn't make any sense.
He couldn't talk. He was just blinking with his eyes and still cheated on his wife. Come on.
Nah, but come on, he
cares?
probably requested that stuff. Let's be honest.
Jesus Christ.
No, why do you think, bro? No, you really have to think of it from a humanistic point of view. Like, the guy had nothing going for him other than a smart ass brain. Like, obviously, he had some urges he wanted to get out of, and this was one of the ways he could do it. I'm sorry, he's guilty.
No. It's a play devil's advocate. Like, okay, most of us have been on this panel of HH, for example, discussing this like football takes.
Yep.
So, but someone could potentially clip us, and here's one of HH's wild footballing takes, like for example, like Chelsea, the biggest club in world football. Now, because we're all here, does that mean that we all agreed with Chelsea being the biggest club in world football?
Well, they'll never be. So
No, I know, but I'm just saying.
No. But I think, but that's the whole point of guilty parts. Like, no, like,
yeah, exactly. So
You have to have some evidence, though. Like just a stupid list.
No. See, and also, see, guys. Here's the key. Okay, look. Let me do this. Let me do another thing. So, my thing here is that, guys, these are all allegations. How do we know who is guilty and not? How do you know who is guilty and not guilty? Because see, my thing here is that this lady or the victims, you have to go to court and you have to testify. Mm-hmm. Because this is similar to the whole Josh Giddey situation. The reason why that's not going forward is because the victim and the family don't want to testify. So therefore, there's nothing to go through. So unless she comes forth and testifies and says, boom, boom, it's similar to Roman Polanski. The lady was like, yeah, Roman Polanski raped me when I was underage. And that's why if he lands on US soil, the guy is going to get arrested.
No, he was found guilty of it. There's that also.
Oh, yeah. He was found guilty. Yeah, no, he's guilty. Hence why he just left.
At the end of the day,
yeah, he just left America.
If we're being serious, it's innocent until proven guilty. Until like there's suspicious evidence that this guy actually.
That's my thing. See, okay, guys. Let's just keep it real. We live in a world where it's guilty until proven innocent, and people get hyped, and social media has accelerated that. So, when you go into social media? It's, oh my gosh, Clinton, Oprah, Chris Tucker, basically any big name. Oh my gosh, these guys are part of the Illuminati. These guys are all messed up. I'm like, because everyone gets hyped. I'm sorry, you still need evidence. Case in point, I believe O.J. Simpson did it. Of course he did it. Of course, now it's funny. It's like no. You see, my brother says that like he probably what if he didn't? And I said to my brother like, come on, because my thing is like, okay, first of all, it's motive. And who the hell would have done that? For what? But at the end of the day, maybe he didn't. Because it was not proved beyond a reasonable doubt.
No, I'm sorry. The guy's guilty. The way he's moving, he's saying he's afraid to go to LA.
No. Zeman. No, but Zeman, that's not how court works. the way court works is you have to prove beyond a reasonable doubt. That's just how it works. You can't just say, "Oh, you're guilty because you definitely did it because of how you move." No, that would be stupid. You have to go to court.
For example, like somebody.
Now go to jail for life because you're moving weird. Come on, bro.
No, I'm looking at the context behind the list. So someone like Dershowitz, like he was his lawyer. That's it. That's literally it. Like there's no evidence that he did anything like that. But he's his lawyer, so he has to go there.
No, read more about Alan Dershowitz. There are some other stuff about him.
Nonsense.
I mean, look.
Basically,
Okay.
read all the articles.
Yeah, I don't read conspiracy theories.
Okay. Let me ask. Who do you believe is definitely guilty?
The top three
of the names. Who do you think is definitely guilty?
No, Bill Clinton was definitely there.
Clinton and Trump.
Andrew Bill and Trump, man. ABT.
Yeah, Clinton is up there, man. There's
the Clinton Foundation.
Wait, hold on. Okay, so Kenny, who do you think is definitely guilty? Kenny.
Yeah, like I said, Clinton, 100%. You were right in that.
Okay, hold up. Why? Okay, yes, we know he's an adulterer and everything. What makes you believe that he's guilty? Why?
One of the victims said he likes them young. Epstein said about Clinton. Come on, bro.
I'm not gonna lie. Like, I think most of these guys, all of them, they're guilty of something. Like, I'm sorry, the way the story.
No, Kenny, guilty. You see, Kenny, we can't do that. You see, Kenny, we can't just be like, rich people are weird, they're odd, they're difficult. No.
No, I'm not saying all rich people here, but I personally know someone that used to work in Iron Hotel in like Switzerland there. And like I've heard stories about stuff like the DD stuff, for example, like the stuff rich people they be doing some craziness over there, and obviously they be paying off people and all that stuff. So I've heard story of people that actually work in like places like hotels or stuff, iron hotels, that say that rich people, like these guys, they be doing some crazy stuff. They have some crazy kings.
Actually, you don't know why. This is what I believe, right? I believe Clinton definitely did it. Clinton is like, you remember when Bram signed Mourinho? That's Mourinho signing for Epstein, bro. Clinton is definitely up there, bro. This guy. I mean, there was hints, man. Even Epstein said he likes them young. Like, why would you say that out of nowhere? Like, I'm sorry, bro. Like,
it's like I just don't get this stuff, man. It's like see, my thing though is that rich people are weird. Rich people.
Yeah,
Also,
exactly.
guys. By the way, breaking news. We have to talk about this. This is breaking. Ngannou Joshua. We're going to talk about it later. It just broke just now. It's like this stuff. It's so weird because it's like, look, my thing is, let's be real. I am still going to be like innocent until proven guilty. But do you know why? Where people are like, oh, Chris Tucker is weird. Like every name mentioned. Okay, here's the thing. Why do people go to they're definitely guilty? Why? Or like, what's that people want them to be guilty?
No, I think that I think that the people are saying that there's more and more story coming out. That's why, at the beginning, probably people might say, it was a bit weird. But like now, when you see so many like coming out at once, and you see most of these rich guys, they're in the same circles. And that's for a reason.
Yeah, if you think about it, there's a lot of these type of things going on, and maybe that doesn't have to do with like child sex trafficking and whatnot, but like these cult like groups, these elitist groups, these like cultists or these like elite groups, they have to exist on several different levels. This is just one of them that's been exposed. But I think majority of people that will want to see these people go down, I hate to say it, but it's a lot to do with like envy and jealousy, because these guys are living a life. It's because life doesn't, like, laws don't apply to them. They have extreme amount of wealth and like access to whatever. So seeing them go down, it brings satisfaction to people who will never do that.
I agree.
No. Ricardo hit the nail perfectly in the head, because it's like there is, and it's weird. Basically, I call this the MTV Cribs complex. So loads of people watch MTV Cribs, and there is both an admiration and an envy of those houses. And also, guys, by the way, hint, those houses are not theirs. They actually rent it for MTV Cribs. So, but
Obviously.
but a lot
man,
of
best
people.
episode, man.
Yeah, well, no, easy. The best episode, because that was actually really his house. So basically, my thing is that there is definitely this. I was just that people are like, man, yes, this 1% finally can go down because it's weird. It's a mixed emotion of envy, but you do want that though. That's the thing.
Okay.
Like
Okay, you
those
still
same
need some
people who
evidence,
insult
though,
them,
if you
put
say
them in that same situation, they do the same thing.
Wait, what 1% are we talking about? Are we talking about? Because
Yeah,
there was a 1% that I think they were like, this can be completely untouchable. I'm talking about like that this thing we're talking about is like there's nothing. Then there's like, okay, yes, the elites, these sort of your politicians and stuff like that. That obviously because their image is like because obviously a lot of these people, the issues with these people is that they have a public persona. They have some degree of public accountability. That is why that there's even any semblance of maybe they can get their comeuppance or whatever, because there's some degree of public accountability, public association or whatever. But for like the actual, I would say 1% that don't actually have that, so whether you're dictators, your sheikhs, whoever it is, that don't have, like someone like, for example, your Saudi guy, bin Salman or something like that.
Yeah.
That dude that dude doesn't have to answer to no one. I can go and get someone assassinated somewhere, and like people will be like, yeah, but I mean, what can we do? That's what I'm talking about by 1% in terms of people that all this shit like it's is irrelevant. But for the public facing people, it becomes a problem. And to that I say, I don't necessarily think it's a people are inherently envy of Bill Clinton, for example, or people like him. I just think it's the fact that like simply just at the end of the day, if you've done something wrong, and just like the average Joe would be locked up for sexually assaulting a minor, as they should, and be put on a sex offenders list. If you did the exact same thing under the law, you should be locked up as well. So the law should apply to you just as it should be. Tim, that's it.
But that's not that. But that's not the reality. And I think people have to accept that. The reality of the world is that the rich people play by different sets of rules than the rest of us. That's just the fact of the matter.
I think that's what the masses are mad at as well about.
No, it's not.
Also, Kenny, I'm like, there's no point in being mad because you're just going to have bad mentality because you have to accept that's just how that's how the world works, and that's how the world will always work.
No.
But that doesn't make it right.
Legal principles.
No. It's just not right, but it is what it is.
I push back because at the end of the day, they are whether rich or poor level. Like at the end of the day, they are still people. They're still people at the end of the day. They're still people, and there's still people that need other people. Like the classic example is like when you read anything like the French Revolution, for example. It's like there comes a point when like you can push people so far, people be like, I don't give a fuck how much money you make, how old you are, etc. No.
You're talking about the French Revolution. What happened to the Jacobins? Okay, can you tell me like what happened to them within a year? By the way, if you're talking about the French Revolution, like what happened to them? Since you're saying like mob mentality, right?
Yeah.
No, what happened to them?
Wait, weren't they like massacred or something? Or?
Yes.
Yeah,
they were basically mob mentality. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, thankfully,
no. I mean, look, basically,
Go on.
So no. My thing is that like at the end of the day, the world is always going to be the 99% and the 1%, and the 1% will always rule the world, essentially, and pull the strings of the world, essentially. Why I think this is interesting is I just want to see how far will this go? Who will see justice? So this is just an interesting thing because again, the world is different because of social media. You see, before social media, this stuff is happening, but because the key thing. So before social media, you own the newspapers, you own the magazines. That newspaper editor will be like, no, don't write that. Because I know the guy who knows Epstein. So no, don't write that. Because I'm friends with this guy. So the news may not even go through. But fast forward to social media where anybody can post anything. And anybody can talk anything. And now the younger kids right now, their news is getting from social media, and social media is the freaking wild, wild west where there are no checks or balances. People just post whatever the heck they freaking want. So once that now exists, it's a very different world right now because the dialogue will always continue. So let's say, for example, no one gets found guilty, nothing really happens, and this somehow just gets erased, and something happens to the victim where they don't come forth. But the fact about it is that convo will still exist in social media. So while the mainstream media will be like, okay, boom, this is nothing, let's move on, the social media will still exist. Now, what that does, I have no idea. But sorry, okay, go for it.
The biggest issue with social media and internet in general is the fact that, like, you're right, we have access to it, and it's a good thing for humanity that we have alternative news source opinions to make these decisions. The issue, however, is that I personally don't believe as human beings we're designed to be able to take all of this information happening all at once. I don't think we're designed as human beings to be able to do so. And what I mean by that is that we'll see this incident with Epstein, and maybe they might go on for, let's say, a month or so. But 2024 has just started. Guys, this is I put whatever money on it. This is going to be blown under the carpet when the UK and US
exactly.
No one is going to give a damn about this. What's going on?
Yeah, exactly.
No. Okay, no. Wait. I'll give a perfect example. Like, if let's say, if let's say, Puff Daddy goes to court. Boom. This is for gossip. Let's say Puff Daddy is now in court. Or let's say something happens in Ukraine. So it's always, what is the next trending topic? And I think that's the sad thing about social media is that social media is a slave to what is trending. Whatever is trending is what we talk about until the next trend, until the next trend, until the next trend.
That's the whole point. Like, if nothing comes out of this list and nobody's found guilty, or there's no real diving deep into this list and finding out how they're connected, and if they're really connected to what Epstein is being claimed of, most likely that's like, I feel like it's more easier to control people than it's ever been. People think that you have access to all information. Not all information is reliable. Not all information is reliable. As long as you're able to sell a different idea, then people will just tag onto the idea to the point where they forget about it. Case in point, what happened in Miami. Like, I think
that's the key thing. So, let's even take COVID now. So, I'm speaking to my uncle, and I'm like, what's also? And my uncle said, look, I think that as a medical professional and everything, I feel that you should go and take the job based on the stuff and tests that we've done. But my uncle says that my frustration is that you have these doctors and nurses who will post something on Facebook, and people will just latch to that and say, hey, well, this doctor on this Facebook post, or this TikTok post said this thing. And that's the bad thing about social media and the internet, is that all you need is just one person to believe what your theory is, and you latch into that, and boom, there you go. So because the thing is that about social media, you have so much stuff out there, and too much info can be a bad thing.
A lot of info can be very politically driven too, because it really wasn't until to be fair, Elon Musk, him buying Twitter, in my opinion, has actually been better for people who like transparent news, because I remember Twitter before, it was a very leftist, like anything that had to geared towards a leftist or liberal idea was always shoved in your face. Now at least you can kind of find fucking everything. I mean, Twitter right now is Twitter right now is just like a fucking no man's land. Like anything goes on that platform.
It's also the fact that people have been engineered to not have the attention span to really dig deep. Like, they'll just go on to the next news. They'll lash on to that. They've been preconditioned by social media to the point where people will move from one news to another. It's pretty easy to manipulate people, if I'm being honest.
So why push back on Z-Man's point of that? Because I do think there's an element of human accountability has to take place here. Because yes, people have, you can maybe make a case that people have short attention spans. I'm not entirely sure about that. But what I would say though is that in the case of HH's points with the whole COVID thing is that that only really works or tends to work when people already have a preconceived bias towards information. So if people are already suspicious of big pharma or doctors or COVID or whoever it is, then they're going to. Then if they see something that already justifies those preconceived notion ideas, then they're very ready going to fact check it. Whereas, for example, if we go down, for example, the Israeli situation, if you're already pro-Israel, for example, if the IDF puts anything on their Twitter page, you're like, oh yeah, of course they're true, of course. But if you're not, then you're going to question everything the IDF says, whether it's gospel truth or not. So the point is that I don't necessarily think that it's inherently social media or inherently corporations doing these things, because historically, when people have had preconceived
notions
of, let's say, anti-Semitism to one group or Catholicism or whatever sort it is, all it takes is some individual, some organization to dangle some low-lying fruit, and you can convince the masses who already have those preconceived notions to follow. Social media has just exacerbated that. And you'll see that in the coming elections, when you'll see many Facebook pages and stuff that will post something about, I don't know, Biden or Trump or whatever it is, that may or may not be true. But do you honestly think the supporters on either side are going to be fact-checking everything they see? No, they're going to be like, quote tweet, Biden did this, even though he didn't, or quote this, Trump did that, even though he didn't, because they already have those preconceived biases. That's basically what
I think even as well as like my mom is like pretty new to the internet now, and she pretty much sends me everything.
Of course,
Mom.
no,
can you
everything,
know?
Everything they see on the internet.
Everything.
Is it true?
Bro, like my mom sent me something about like this place, like the River Nile turning like red, like blood, and it's like something of the Bible. I said, Mom, you can't send me everything you see on the internet. Because she's like, oh, don't do this, because if you do this, you will get this specific disease. I said, no, it's the internet. Not everything on the internet is true.
Exactly.
So, and I think that's the scary thing, is that there's so much stuff out there, and people wrap it around stuff that can make it seem true or scare you into believing it's true. It can be a very scary place. But as the point that RDS made, turning it back, if you want to believe that everyone on that list is guilty, there are several threads. Hey guys, a thread of why these guys are all pedophiles. There's a thread that will be there. Like, that's it, I believe it. Look, all this info, boom. And wait, so who posted this? Oh, at Cristiano 1940, Christian is the best. Okay, who is this guy? Just some random Twitter user who somehow scoured the internet of all these random videos. Like, oh, at point one, you saw him go there. Oh, and cleanse. I'm like, that's the internet. Because, but then, if you already believe that it is what it is, all you need is just something to back you up. And there are several internet threads that will back up whatever your theory is.
It's like football Twitter, like Madrid zone. Like if you genuinely believe Mbappe is going to Real Madrid, you know what I mean? You're going to say Madrid zone, whatever source there's going to go. But then
it's perfect, because it's like, if let's say it's like those accounts who they are speaking, they're like echo chambers, and they're speaking to what the people want. So you're not about truth. You're about what do people want to hear. So you just want to just have it's like confirmation bias. I want to believe that Mbappe is coming, and a whole bunch of people want to believe this. So let me keep on posting this. I'll get the engagement. I'll get the likes. I'll get the retweets. My profile becomes healthy. And that's all. People don't want the truth. They just want their truth. But the issue is that truth has no bias. Truth is objective.
Bias.
Yeah, and that's obviously it's good. There's only a few, probably arguably select journalists that you could say is that, like, right, these are the people that I go to because they are at least unbiased, and they at least they feel like they're trying to give you some form of
shout out
No, guys, how many of your moms specifically just send you forwarded posts?
Yeah,
of course you know, man.
Because I go into WhatsApp and like, Mom, have you even read this? All I just say is forwarded. Like the world, like the world is going to end in 5 days. Forwarded. I said, by who?
The amount
No,
of
but
stuff that I receive like that from my mom and like my granddad is great every time. Like she'll be
hey,
calling.
Kate, have you seen that
It's
message? Have you
insane.
seen that message forwarded many times? Have you seen that message?
No, because you know the issue is that because basically my mom will just be on YouTube or TikTok for like hours. And she'll just be like that. And she'll be like, oh my gosh, Ford. Oh my gosh, Ford. And she'll be like, oh my gosh, guys, be very, very careful. I just saw this on the internet. I say, Mom, you saw this on the internet by who? Who posted this? Where did you get this from? From TikTok? So you're now being warned that we should now be very careful when we do this because of a TikTok video? I mean, come on. But it's like but again, imagine how scary the internet must be for our parents of that generation, or for our granddads of that generation. Because remember, their generation was any information you got had to be verified, fact-checked, properly researched before it went out there. But those guys' generation, all this information is just out there. So they're like, oh, damn. But for us, because we grew up with LimeWire, Dojo Insights, we don't know that, okay, that's probably BS. Well, we don't know what it is. But for them, they're like, oh my gosh, if you touch this thing, you will have a disease in a few days. Okay, bro, guys, don't touch this or don't use it because it will give you this disease and everything. I'm like,
no, but there's some serious.
Elections were going on. Literally, my parents are sending this thing, this article. Like, unfortunately, they were true because our president is essentially a drug dealer. But
that's my president, by the way.
You know.
But there are some things that are actually bad, like some misinformation. Like if you're like an anti-vaccine nut job, man, like you need to be fact-checked like consistently. I'm not saying that you don't have a right to speech, but they have to be fact-checked though, because anti-vaccine people are not good. Like they are actually, like, generally these people are not good.
Yeah, look. Let me not even get into a whole vax conversation, man. So let me so shout to Shogun Assassin. Age of consent in Brazil is 14. Arnon felt okay.
What?
I mean, we spoke about that previously.
Marvin Boke. Agent Hawking used the robots from. Okay. All right. All right. Like let's start. Dungo Kamau. The issue is that unlike regular people, rich people can afford to live as deviants. Look. As I said again, it's okay. You know what? This is actually a perfect segue.
People can live as deviants as well, but anyway. So go on.
Wait, so guys. So how many of you people watched the Katt Williams interview with Shannon Sharpe?
I've seen some.
A little bit, not really.
I watched.
Okay. So you've seen clips because I watched the whole thing, but because it's gone crazy viral. I think it's on like 12 million views.
Yeah.
So.
I think it's
15.
15, yeah. 15,
Wait, hold on. Who's playing FIFA? I keep hearing a whistle.
Yeah,
Ricardo, can you shut up? Okay, look. I'm going to use this guy.
Someone summarize it. I think I'm the only one that's not.
Okay. Let me summarize. So basically, Shannon Sharpe, he basically had a whole bunch of comedians come before saying stuff. And Katt Williams pretty much came to set the record straight. So to summarize, he said that Cedric and the Entertainer copied a lot of his jokes. Steve Harvey copied a lot of his jokes. He said that at one point, it was between him and Ludacris to pretty much have like a Fast and Furious franchise career and everything because they looked pretty similar. And they chose Ludacris because he was willing to pretty much shave off his sideburns, change his look, and also they gave him like a light-skinned wife, which was what they always do. And also he says that Kevin Hart is a plant. He says that Kevin Hart is an industry plant. And he said that at one point, basically this whole thing of like, where you have to do certain things to go to the next level. And he said that there was a point in which he was asked to suck someone's you-know-what in order to pretty much get within the caucus. I think it was Weinstein. So basically, the main summary was how he was saying that like there is like he refused to do certain things to pretty much be taken to the next level. And a lot of these celebrities that you see up there have to do these certain things in order to be taken to the next level. You know, so
like wear a dress, yeah. Like wear a dress.
yeah. But wearing a dress. So, what I say?
I said, but we do that though. Why is this surprising, shocking news to people? Is this like
No,
that's not it.
The part I
wait, hold on, Zeman.
That part is not shocking because there's always been those type of rumors about him.
Allegation.
The allegation. The more interesting part that he tackled that I found interesting, intriguing, because the way you look at it, you're like, this guy's onto something. Was when he was talking about light skin. Everyone.
Yeah, the wives. Yeah, the same wives.
Yeah. That's wild. Because
like, hey, no way.
Zeman, there is a truth there though, because it's like most of these big guy actors, like literally, you can actually name them on one hand: Samuel L. Jackson, Denzel. Apart from them, everyone has a light-skinned trophy wife. Because let's take Kevin Hart. So Kevin Hart, obviously, his first wife, dark-skinned woman, blah blah. Then I think he actually cheated on her. Then this chick just came out of nowhere. She's never given an interview. She's never spoken. We don't know which she sounds like. Ludacris's wife. She's never given an interview. She's never spoken. And it just seems as if all these light-skinned women, they all pretty much look the same. And they're all attached to all of these black celebrities. So that's why someone said that. And also the Jonathan Majors thing, where bro, so this is what I said. That's what I said. So basically, he said that look. No, that's what's crazy. So he said that look. He has nothing against white women, but he says that, bro, if we make you, we can break you. Guys, don't you think it was weird how Jonathan Majors just was now the guy? We're like, okay, where did he come from? Why is he here? And suddenly where is that whistle coming from? You know, I think this is from probably Kenny. I think it's Kenny. So I said,
my bad.
Yeah, please. So my thing though is that, so he said, like, if we can make it, they can break it. And they said that's what happened to Jonathan Majors. They made him and they broke him. And they were like, when you look at Jonathan Majors, is this really the guy that you've ever promoted as a sex symbol? But using your media power, you just created this whole thing of like, this is the guy, he's a sex symbol, people love him and everything. And once he had his whole snowboarding experience, they ripped him down. And he was like, no, I will never be with a white woman because I know what they can do to me to bring me down. So basically, and my thing with Katt Williams, I've always said with Katt Williams, and because I want to have a comedian discussion afterwards, but Katt Williams, I respect him. A lot of what people say is that, bro, you had the opportunity to be the big guy, but you refused it. Kevin Hart took all the roles that you did, and now what? For me, and this is just me, Kevin Hart isn't funny. I've never found him funny.
I agree.
I've never watched a Kevin Hart special from beginning to end. I've just not. No. Katt Williams.
But don't you think his earlier stand-up was good?
Bro, you can't tell me.
He's mid.
Hold on. Let us be honest. You've never, let's not act like you've never laughed at any Kevin Hart segment.
Yeah, that's.
No, Ricardo. That's no Ricardo. That's different.
Laugh at My Pain was funny, I think.
Yeah, it's okay. No, Ricardo. There are jokes he's cracked that, of course, I'm funny. I'm talking about where your show, Katt Williams, from beginning to end, I am laughing. Old Dave Chappelle, and we'll get to Chappelle. Old Dave Chappelle, when he was staying, from beginning to end, I'm laughing.
I agree.
So my thing though is that for Katt Williams, the reason why I respect it is that you've still kept your integrity. You were never forced to wear a dress. You never really could have sold out, and you are still extremely wealthy. Because Katt Williams is like, as long as I have my talent, I'll be good. Because at the end of the day, Katt Williams can still do a special because at the end of the day, you are naturally funny. And if you're talented, you are talented. The thing about Kevin Hart is that they've just made you the guy. They just made you the guy. It's simple as that. You've just chosen to be the guy. Not because you are talented. You just happen to be like, hey, right place, right time. You are not. Remember, they always choose one guy. That's it. You're the guy. We give you everything. It's like what would they do with the black woman there's always light skin. Halle Berry, then it was Tandy Newton, now it's now Gugu Mbatha-Raw. Now it's now Zendaya. It's always a light skinned chick.
Zendaya is bad.
No, but hey,
so they always choose one light skinned chick. So,
hey, Chase, this is what Gilbert said at Arenas. This is what Gilbert Arenas said about Halle Berry. He was at a party and he heard Weinstein and his friends talking about they did stuff to Halle Berry to get her into movies.
What the fuck?
He did. Yeah, he literally said it in his podcast. He said he was there at a party and he heard it.
No, but Ibs, the reality, and that's what Katt Williams said, you have to do stuff to get to the next level. And if it's that nobody is going to reveal this. But what Katt is saying that those guys you see at the very top, they had to do stuff. Now, okay, I don't know how to say this. Okay, how do I say this? All right.
What did Will Smith?
Oh, Zeman, how did you read my mind? How did you read my mind? So wait. Okay, so guys, these are rumors. They're all rumors. But I think it's Benny Medina, one of the producers of Fresh Prince. Then there's that rumor about something between Will Smith and Benny Medina. Now,
there is
innocent until proven guilty. Innocent until proven guilty. So you cannot dispose it. But all I'm saying though is that, like, okay, put it this way: Weinstein. This guy was the biggest producer in Hollywood. Where this guy was there was nobody more influential in Hollywood than Weinstein. And we now saw that if you wanted a part, you had to have sex with him. So I think that if we don't know that for a fact, that's what Weinstein did, why wouldn't it be the same for other big-time producers as well? Or other producers in Hollywood where, you want this part, you want to be the guy? Okay, you have to do this stuff. And also, so, you know that comedian, Gary Owens, white guy?
Yeah.
Because he responded to the Kabbali's video and he said that he had the moment where he was with this producer and this guy was coming onto him. And he was like, oh, damn, this really is that moment of, if I do this, I will now be pushed up to the very top. But he was like, no. And what happened to Gary Owens? So here's my thing, though. Are we saying that Chris Rock, Dave Chappelle, Kevin Hart?
I don't know. I don't know about Dave Chappelle because he walked away from the Chappelle show.
Yes, Chappelle show. Yeah.
No. But hey, Chase. I saw a video. I don't know. It came out randomly on Twitter that he done a movie when he was 19 and he was wearing a dress.
Yeah, I saw it on Twitter. Yeah, it's on Twitter. It's on Twitter. No, but you see, my thing with Chappelle is, I'm going to get to Chappelle afterwards because I've got a few things to say. But how much do you believe of what Katt Williams said? How much do you think it's true?
He said this like 15 years ago in his special. He was talking about, I went to a party and I went into a certain room and I saw something. He saw something bad.
What did he say about him?
About who?
Dave Chappelle. What did Katt Williams said? Like, I know he mentioned comedians that did that.
No. He said he admires Dave Chappelle. He admires him.
He didn't say comedian did it. He just said that he was offered that opportunity and he rejected it. It's just like to say other people that have like gone to places where maybe he didn't go. What have they done to get to them places?
What's that famous movie with the large? What was the name, bro?
Big Mama's
House.
Yeah, Big Mama's House. Yeah.
He
talked about having an opportunity, but he said no because they were trying to push to him the idea of wearing a dress. They're like, just go inside. He was reading that with his director, and he was just like, man, I can't believe I have to read this shit to white people.
But hold on, but Simon, backtrack. So he was like, remember, this is Martin Lawrence, like one of the biggest guys out there. It's like, wow. To do a film with Martin Lawrence, this would be great, blah, blah. Of all the films for us to do, Big Mama's House 2, it's like, come on, bro. Like, that could have been a huge break. And this is the fact of why guys cannot hate. One thing you can't deny is Katt Williams is one of the funniest comedians ever. You just can't hate. Even when you watch the interview, the guy's hilarious. So the issue is that, like, in a comedy 1v1, He's funnier than 99% of comedians. He just is. So the problem is that, first of all, look at what he looks like. Look at how he talks. Look at how he dresses. He is a walking clown. So I'm sorry, he's bloody funny. So it's hard to deny because the guy's actually bloody amazing. So
it's one guy that I link all this to that I never had respect for him. He's a sellout. Tyler Perry, man. I'm sorry, like this.
Yeah,
this
he's
guy
a sellout, man.
is the biggest definition of a sellout, man. The type of movies this guy used to be involved in, and I remember Katt Williams said this guy can't even play a man more than he could play a woman.
He said him and I think the other guy. Oh, what was it?
Tyler Perry is weird because I'm not a Tyler Perry fan.
Yeah.
No, because I think Tyler Perry does more harm than good, 100%. But
Exactly, bro.
it's no because on one hand, no basically it's a double-edged sword. He has given a lot of black people so much opportunity and so many jobs. But on the flip side is look at the films you're putting out there. Look at the type of content you're putting out there. How's that helpful for anyone? And also, people say, oh, this whole thing with dress. White people have been in a dress. Compared Tootsie and Mrs. Doubtfire to Big Mama's House. Mrs. Doubtfire, that's a drama. Yes, it's a comedy, but it's a drama about a guy trying to still be with his kids and is dealing with the divorce. Tootsie was a drama. Yeah, it was a comedy, but it was still seen as a drama. So when Dustin Hoffman and Robin Williams wore a dress, it was comedy mixed with drama. It wasn't a clown show. The issue with sorry, what's it?
You can make a case that White Chicks was a drama. You make a case that White Chicks was a drama. You know that was very,
White Chick was a joke. White Chick was a joke.
That was
White Chick. Artists. Come on. Artists, you're dealing with the Wayans. Those guys are bona fide clown jobs.
I know. I just remember watching as a kid and just being like what?
Artists, no drama in that film.
It was a comedy, but I mean, like, they were undercover agents. They're trying to find, like, there was an element of like we need to get shit done.
But artists, compare White Chicks to Mrs. Doubtfire. Mrs. Doubtfire, there's still much more drama and much more of a real story in Mrs. Doubtfire than freaking White Chicks.
I mean, I think that is also because Robin Williams is a phenomenal actor and he basically carried that movie because the other actors.
No, but also, like, the story is, we see, despite the comedy, Mrs. Doubtfire, the real story is about divorce and a guy still trying to be close with his kids. That is the underlying story. Yeah. So, but in White Chicks, we're just here. This is just slapstick comedy. This is utter slapstick, led by the biggest clowns known as the Wayans. The Wayans are clowns. Come on, let's be real.
Yeah. Not to mention, like, I think, like, when I clocked into Tyler Perry's when I was a kid, I didn't know at the time, but you look back on it, it's like Diary of a Mad Black Woman. This guy was making films like that, and you're just like, yo. This guy, every time he makes a film, he almost has to
people buy it though.
To attack the community.
Wait, hold on. Let me ask you guys. Let me ask you guys. So, I'll go around the room. And I've always wanted to, because I'm actually curious. Also, Streets as well. Please answer us. Streets and panel. Do you believe in the Illuminati?
No.
I mean, back in the day, it did exist. No. Nowadays, no.
No, but I wouldn't say Illuminati, but there's definitely
some
players
secret
involved.
Organization.
Okay, so you believe that there's a secret organization?
There's a bunch of
you believe that exists?
Some stuff, yeah.
Bro, AJ, you have to think about it. This whole Epstein thing, you don't think this was a secret organization? Like, obviously,
I think you know what happened? It's when reality meets people that love to create fantasies behind that reality. I think it's a case where people think that there's these 5 people that like have control over it and you have to do things. I think it's more so systematic in the way it's approached. Like, once people reach the top, of course you're going to see more heinous things in order to advance the ladder. It's more so than what people have, like, of the Illuminati being like these controlling forces. It's not like that. I think people like...
So do you believe that there is a secret organization that if you're a part of, they will propel your career? And you need to be part of this career. And you need to be part of this organization to propel your career.
No, I don't think. I don't think it's more of a secret organization. The only organization you could say is maybe Hollywood because of how connected people are. But I don't think there's this like secret organization that governs all to the point where they decide who climbs the ladder regardless of the field that they're in. I don't think that part. I think that's fantasy. I think that's more fantasy than anything. But I do think there
No,
are
but
some
Z man, we're talking about Hollywood.
Yeah,
We're talking
no,
about Cat Williams.
yeah, but Hollywood, of course, directors, producers, Weinstein. We already seen that. We're talking about because Illuminati is associated with controlling everything, right? They control everything.
But I'm not saying that. No, I'm just saying that. Do you think? See, I think a Denzel and a Kevin Hart are two very different things. So for Denzel, he's an actor. So his path will always be based on talent because you're an actor. He's not a movie star. His thing is about drama. So that's just based on... So Denzel can still have a great career and be real because you're going through that acting thing. But for Kevin Hart and Will Smith, you're now movie star where you have no acting talent, but you're about movie star, the big star, and you're black. So my thing is that do those guys need...
Will Smith
do those guys need to be part of a committee?
Don't put him with Kevin Hart.
Is actually talented. Yeah, he is talented.
Wait, you think Will Smith's all that actor?
Wait. Okay, see, now this is where we're going to argue slightly. Will Smith is not a great actor.
Not great, but he's a good actor. He's a good actor.
He's a good actor.
Talk to me. Will Smith is not a great actor. He's not.
This is why you're a Chelsea fan, man.
No. Here's the thing. No. See, Will Smith has amazing charisma and has great movie star quality. In terms of the technicalities of acting, he is not a great actor.
He's a bit of system merchant, though. I'll give it that.
No.
He's a system merchant. I'll give it.
He is
a system merchant. Is crazy.
No. He is like.
It's a philosophy.
Put it this way: Men in Black. That is perfect for Will Smith. Perfect. I'm sorry. You can find better actors that would have done a better job for Muhammad Ali.
You can say that for a lot of things, though.
But again, what defines? Because I would argue that Tom Cruise is a system merchant.
Have you seen Born on the 4th of July?
No, he's not. Sorry. Tom Cruise is not.
Z-Man. Z-Man, watch Born on the 4th of July, then come back to me.
People need to watch first 20 years of his career. Like people just like looking at like
No. It's very simple. Watch Born on the 4th of July. Watch Collateral. Those are things that Will Smith can't do.
He's not a system merchant. He's definitely not.
Some people say that. No, some people say that Leonardo DiCaprio is overrated. Some people say he's the best actor of our generation. People say the same thing about Denzel Washington. It's all subjective at the end of the day.
Like, that's true.
You can't just claim that Will Smith is ass. He's not an ass.
I never said he's ass. I said that he's not a great actor. He's okay. He's alright. He's not a great actor.
You said he's not a good one. You said he's not a good one.
Yeah, but
he's a good actor.
I said he's not good.
What's to say what makes a great actor? Some actor I thought he was great in certain movies, Pursuit of Happiness, I Am Legend. Like he was great in those movies. But I mean, yeah, sure, the other stuff maybe it doesn't appeal to him, but that's not.
What acting was he doing? I Am Legend, though. He's by himself there's no humans there. He's just by himself.
It's still.
Ibs, I saw I Am Legend a few weeks ago, man. Okay, you know what? Wait, hold on, guys. This is a misspot. Agree to disagree. Basically, all I'm saying though is that so you guys don't believe that certain actors needed to do certain things to propel their career.
Exactly.
You think that they weren't just
Mike Parker also.
No. I think that's true.
Mike Parker comment. Brad Pitt. He's another system.
Wait. Hold on. I'm mostly called Kenny.
No, I don't think there's any system merchants, man.
I do think that there's certain actors that had to do specific stuff. Maybe
casting couch.
Like what? Yeah, like. I'm not gonna speak on that.
Hold on.
But I do feel that in certain field like music or maybe to get in those top, I don't think that Illuminati is like I don't believe maybe the exact Illuminati, but I do believe that there's gatekeepers and that there's certain people that you have to do certain stuff to get to certain places. I do think that this.
Yeah, no. Gatekeepers exist. Yes.
And like, you have to be cool with these gatekeepers. I don't know, either you have to be supremely talented, or because, like you said, some of these big stars, they're not the most talented. So if you're not the most talented, you have to have done something. I'm sorry, like it can't be some.
Okay, no, Kenny, let's stay there now. Kevin Hart, did he get here due to his talent or due to just being cool with certain gatekeepers?
Kevin Hart is mid, but like there are many people less talented than Kevin Hart. Let's
Exactly.
That's not a long list.
Okay. Who is on Kevin Hart's level that is less talented than him, that is on his level of popularity?
Less talent, The Rock.
Yeah.
But no, that's wrestling tax. That's wrestling tax.
Yeah, that's wrestling tax. Yeah.
That's no. It's wrestling tax.
No.
Every film has been a brick. He's right there because wrestling is so huge.
No. Hold on. Now, just because you're an industry plant doesn't mean they can shove you down people's throat as much. Like, people still have to come to a point where they accept you. The thing with Kevin Hart, like, I don't think, like, he's not my favorite comedian. I'll be honest. I think his earlier stuff was better than like the last 5 stand-ups he's put, stand-ups he's put. But like, he does have a certain charisma. He does relate to the casual audience, which is ultimately what matters anyways, because that's where they generate the most amount of money, through the casuals, not the hardcores. So you can say that The Rock is this certain thing, that the Kevin Hart's a certain things. You can have all the talent in the world, but if you can't deliver, then it doesn't mean anything. For example, Denzel, like, he has all the talent. Well, there's no denying him, right? You can argue that his talent has gotten him to where he was. But I'm pretty sure I'm not the heaviest movie enthusiast, but I know like quite enough to have a simple conversation. But there are some people who are so talented that they couldn't deliver when it mattered most, and they've never reached to that level. So you can't just say that, no matter, like, to you, someone who loves movies, sure, maybe you're someone who resists getting The Rock and Kevin Hart shoved down your throat all the time. But to the average people, like if they won't resist to that. So
no. But Ricardo, on that point is that if, let's say, the machine chooses you, the masses will. Kevin Hart has base talents. He's not rubbish. So you have to have talents to even be in there. But if you just have, let's say, just that base talent, and the machine puts you here, promotes you here, the masses will just come to accept you.
No. You have to accept. For example, it's like, I always relate this to like combat sports, right? For example, you guys know, obviously, Alex Pereira, right? Like, he's the guy who like beat the last time. Yeah. You can. There's no denying. There's no denying that the UFC has pushed his career. They pushed him. But every opportunity he was given, he has absolutely succeeded. So as much as you're pushing a guy, he has to succeed, or else he falls off. He could have lost on several times, but he didn't. The only time he lost was against someone like Adesanya, who was at the very top. But what did he do? He went back up a weight class and started delivering again. So you can have the push. That's fine. There's no denying that someone's an industry plant or there's a machine behind them to elevate their career, but you have to deliver.
Yeah, no, I get that, and I feel like.
Can I explain the machine thing?
I feel like certain when it comes to acting, right? There's 2 ways, right? There's certain people that are just naturally popular outside of it, and they've found a niche in terms of the type of movie that they'll succeed in. Like, we know what a Rock movie is. We know what a Kevin Hart movie is.
Yep.
It's centered around comedy, and with that, you're not able to really test them outside of that. There are some actors that are just so talented and gifted that you can see to the point where you can't deny that under any circumstances these guys will find a way to shine in terms of the script that they're given. With Kevin Hart and The Rock, what I'll give to Hollywood is the fact that they found them in that specific type of movie to the point where they nailed what they're good at. So it's much easier to sell them based on their personality more so than the movie quality. So that's so in that sense, there are 2 different types of.
You could say the same thing about like Steve Carell and Will Ferrell as well.
Yeah, no doubt.
Yeah, can I speak?
So Casey, talk about the machine, and then we'll have to talk about this whole ngannou thing.
There's no such thing as a machine or something like that. It's just like, right now, if you want to get into an SNL or like any talk show, even if you want to be an intern, right? These guys usually go to like a NYU Tisch or Juilliard or something like that. Like, that's the only machine that you need. you need to go to a good film school because these shows they usually pick up guys from there and a lot of
USC
the
as well.
actors.
USC as
Yeah,
well.
USC. I forgot about USC. Sorry, yeah,
In the
USC. Yeah,
industry,
yeah.
nepo
So
babies.
basically,
You need
no, but
to
they're
know
not nepo babies. No, it's not easy to get into Tish, man. Come on, it's very
USC
hard.
film is like 5% acceptance, bro. Like that's
Yeah, bro. Like,
difficult.
come on, Julia.
Wait, hold on.
Julia
Let me
is
read this
super hard.
Dubinsky's man. So, shout out to your boy Abisfair. Thank you for the job, Abisfair. The actual clients list and blackmail tapes are still with the FBI. Ghislaine got convicted. Wait, is this the lady that died? Or is she still alive?
No,
Ghislaine.
that's his
No,
wife.
I
that's
think
the
she's
wife.
alive, right?
That's the wife.
She's alive.
Ghislaine Maxwell.
That's the
Okay,
wife.
yeah. So got convicted of trafficking without any clients being mentioned. Her dad was a double agent and died after mysteriously falling off his yacht. Okay, so where is she now? So she's in jail?
Yes, she's
The
in
lady,
jail.
Yeah,
Ghislaine.
I think so.
Of
Yeah,
course,
she's
of
in jail.
course.
Yeah, she's
Of
in
course,
jail.
yes.
Wow. I'm sorry again. I remember Alex Jones talking about Epstein in Owens. Wait, hey, where is Alex Jones now these days? Because he got
Bankrupt,
done
right?
for that whole thing with the parents and everything of the Sandy Hook.
Sandy Hook.
Hey, Cage, they tried to take like $1 billion from him, or something like that.
Bro, how is he going to get to $1 billion? From where?
No, they can, no.
Yeah,
If something like that happens, you can just declare bankruptty.
Alex,
so
he
shout out to
declared
Alex.
bankrupt, yeah.
Yeah,
Alex
iScope
Jones
said
is
Katt was telling the truth. Video on I call it Twitter. Oh no, look, like, bro, like I think they were. It's funny. So he's in the same interview. Katt Williams was saying like how people were saying, "Oh, Ice Cube did not pay them." I was like, bro, this is a guy who is self-funding this with his own freaking money. This ain't like the Ritz or High Hollywood. How are you complaining about what you're getting paid of something that is an independent film? You know? But shout out to Cube. All right, let's not deal with this breaking story, and then I want to come back
I
to
need to speak on
comedian.
this. I need to speak on this.
So, all right, now.
Same.
All right, so this is breaking. This is breaking, man. So Ngannou against Joshua. Now, so there's a story. So this is on Instagram, and it was Ngannou's trainer, and he said that he received like the check
Yeah.
from Ngannou, and bro, he was like, wow, because he was like, I've never seen this kind of money before. And he said that just in that one fight against Fury, he said the kind of check he received was something that blew his mind. And then obviously Ngannou, he's very, very, he takes care of his team very well and everything. He just said like, because he didn't reveal how much he got paid, but he just said, bro, this boxing thing is real. I just said that like, bro, that's my bald-headed friend, man, is screwing over UFC guys. He's screwing those guys over.
No, but it's you have a monopoly over the market, so that's what you do when you have a monopoly over the market. You're gonna lowball these fuckers because if they end up fighting and making a fuckload of money, they're not gonna fight for you.
Honestly, okay, but here's my thing: this Ngannou and Joshua thing. So, okay, from Ngannou's point of view, I get it, but for me, who is like watching boxing for a long time, I still feel you have to respect the sport. And
AJ, can I speak?
wait, you know, no, okay. So my thing though is that boxing is not a fight. Boxing is a sport that has a discipline and requires skill. So those guys, and also this is what has plagued Joshua, because Joshua was knocking out guys, but once now faced the boxers who had a long amateur career, you got outboxed. Joshua can fight Usyk 10 times and he will lose 10 times. Joshua will never beat Usyk in a boxing fight.
And Garner's going to.
So, was it?
I said Garner's going to cook Joshua.
No, he's not. No,
Wait. Hold on. So, because of this fight, okay. My thing about this fight is that look, it's interesting. What makes this interesting is Joshua's boxing has improved. He's still not a very good boxer. Like Fury and Usyk are far better than him. So
to be
it's
fair,
fine.
he did look better against Wall in like his last fight.
Yeah.
He did look a bit better.
Who? Wait, the Wall. Wait, Berlin Wall. The Berlin Wall.
Yo, Fury
Shout out to
struggled
the
against
Berlin Wall. Shout out to the Great Wall of China. So my thing for Ngannou is, look, the Fury thing was hyped. Let's be real.
Yeah.
It was great what he did in terms of knocking him down. And okay, Fury did not take it seriously.
Yeah,
And that is to your detriment. So Fury, of course he didn't take it seriously, but that's your fault because you made boxing look very bad. Because a guy came from UFC in his first boxing fight, no amateurs, no tutors, his first boxing fight, and he did not look out of thing. And also, do you know what they would say? Ngannou looked club ready. So basically, club ready is where you can walk into the club. Fine. Ngannou looked club ready. Fury, nah, you can't walk into the club looking at what he looked like, bro. You can't. So Fury was not club ready. So you made boxing look really bad. The issue with boxing now is this. It is what it is. Because this is what Canelo was complaining about, which is that you have all these YouTube guys coming in, disrespecting the integrity of the sport. But it is what it is. Because Tyson said that, bro, money is money, interest is interest, views are viewers. I will never watch those YouTube clowns, but many people will. And they know how to promote, and they make great box office receipts. It is what it is. I will never watch it because I respect boxing too much. So in this fight, though, I'm like, this is interesting. Why this is interesting is that I still don't think Joshua is a great boxer. And I still don't think he's got the boxing fundamentals. But again, you know what? Styles make fights. So Joshua fights Parker, beats him on points. Parker lubricates and beats the living crap out of your boy Wilder. Which is like, because remember, it's because that's supposed to be a tune-up, then that's okay, Wilder against thing, but was like, okay, no, Wilder and Joshua can't work because Parker just destroyed him and Joshua beats Wilder, so now that doesn't work. So this though, I'm like, okay, look, you see, I'll watch this. You see, I didn't want to watch Ngannou Fury because I just think Fury is just such a good boxer that's like, it's now. Because I think that Joshua is still not a great boxer, Ngannou still has that crazy knockout power. I'm like, this could be interesting. So, Ricardo, looking at this fight, what do you make of this fight?
I mean, it's a fight at the end of the day that, you know, anybody, it's how do I say this? Like, okay. Oh, fine, fuck it. I'll just be blunt. Joshua's gonna fucking smoke him, if I'm being honest. I do agree that
smoke him.
Yes, man. I do agree that the fight against Fury didn't take him seriously. I don't care how you try to spin it. He didn't take him serious because one, he was out of shape. He looked noticeably slower against him. And I don't want to take anything away from Ngannou because what he did was still significant. He still knocked him down, which is great. That shouldn't even be happening to Fury, even if he didn't even train properly. I definitely do think Fury did win that fight. I don't care what anybody says. He won majority of
on points. Yeah.
Yeah, he definitely, like, if you're talking objectively, Fury did win the fight. I don't care what anybody says. Just because you knock the guy down and you're not a boxer, I don't care. But
Ricardo, though, but even if he may have won the fight objectively, he still made boxing look bad. Based on just the perception.
There's a thing. Yeah, there's two things. There's one. Okay, who do you win the fight? Yes or no? But how does the perception look like, right? So it's like sometimes when Canelo, when he's supposed to beat certain guys, right? He's supposed to do it in stylish fashion, you know, typical knockout, blah, 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 beats them the fuck up, whatever. But the perception is that you went to the distance with this guy and you didn't knock him out, and he's significantly lower than you. It's a win, but it's not the best win. Matter of fact, it actually feels probably more like a loss in the perception sense than it is in a win. And that's the thing with Fury. He definitely won the fight, but on the perception aspect of it, he definitely lost. Now with AJ, I think AJ is going to take Ngannou far more seriously because it is mostly a thing of. I think the thing with fighting with Ngannou is that it's low risk and low reward, or high risk, high rewards. I mean, high risk, low reward. Because if he beats you,
yeah.
Because if he beats you, then everything you've ever accomplished gets just like it's thrown in the garbage because you let a guy who has no amateur boxing experience, he's a UFC champion. And to be fair, if you watch enough of MMA and you watch enough of boxing, what is considered elite boxing in MMA is completely low level boxing in boxing.
Yeah, no, it's not. No, but Ricardo, you don't even need to watch it. Just use your logic. Mixed martial arts, boxing. One thing is you're specializing in one martial art. Other one is where you're now balancing several different martial arts. So of course it's going to be different.
No, of course. But I mean, obviously there's the element that you're not boxing in a ring. You have to worry about other disciplines, even when you're in an MMA setting. So I mean that offsets certain parameters. But I think for AJ, the way he's gonna think about it, he's like, well, I have to take this serious because Ngannou knows that if he loses, well, I fought the best in the world. I lost. That really isn't much of a shtick to him because he's not supposed to be there to begin with. So AJ is gonna approach it like, okay, I have to make sure I go in there and I beat him because if I don't, this is bad. On top of that, I'm gonna get a fuckload of money because this guy literally just came off the back of losing a fight to Fury, but in the perception is that he won the fight. So for AJ, he doesn't want to be another Fury in that sense because then it looks bad.
Okay. So let me ask you this. Sorry, because it's not as if Joshua is now away from the whole belt thing now. Somehow, the whole heavyweight belt thing. Is there any way that Joshua wins this? Perception, media-wise?
Yeah, he has to knock him the fuck out, and he has to do it early. Because if he does that, then obviously, your casuals are going to be like, oh my God, if he can do that to Ngannou and Tyson Fury couldn't even do that to Ngannou, then, there's a lot of people that are going to be changing their minds on a lot of things. Now, mind you, I don't think Ngannou is the best metric stick because a fight with Ngannou is not the same thing a fight with Fury.
No, he's not a boxer. He's not a boxer.
Exactly.
Because the reason why I asked that because it's like, I don't know how you win. Because even if you knock him out in the first round, because I feel like if Ngannou can only win, Joshua can only lose. Because at the end of the day, you are still the boxer. This guy is still the guy coming in from the UFC in his second boxing fight ever. Now, fair enough. You had no amateurs, Joshua, but you still have way more boxing experience than a guy who's only fighting his second boxing fight.
I think
wait, hold on. Let Ricardo finish. I'll come to you, Ricardo, and then come to you guys.
No, but, I don't know. I guess when you watch the sport long enough, you'll notice certain things. But like, for example, like this last fight between Parker and Wilder, right? Parker, I knew anybody who watches Wilder long enough, they'll know if this fight goes 12 rounds, Wilder loses. If this fight doesn't go 12 rounds, Wilder wins. That's just how the game goes with Wilder. If you were to ask me if Wilder was to fight AJ tomorrow, who would win? I can't just tell you that AJ is going to win because Parker beat him. That's not how boxing works. Because
styles make fights. Styles make fights.
Exactly, styles make fights. And for all we know, we don't really know how AJ has fully recovered mentally after getting fucking rocked by Ruiz. And it seems like ever since that fight, he doesn't like being hurt. And God forbid you fight somebody like Wilder.
Hey, wait, hold on.
He doesn't have a great chin. AJ doesn't have a great chin.
Did Usyk rock him? Or did he just have to box him?
No, he did. He rocked him.
He rocked him
in the first fight. In the first fight at the end, where he could have TKO'd him, in my opinion, but there was no point. You already won the fight. It is what it is. It was just more for perception. Like, look, I beat him the fuck up from start to finish.
Yeah.
Usyk was just a better boxer through and through. The experience showed. Could he have knocked him out? Yes, probably accumulatively, he probably could have knocked him out. But at the end of the day, like, there's levels. I think AJ. He was someone like how we just spoke earlier. He was someone that was being propelled by boxing, and that's fine. And that's fine because a lot of boxers do that. They manage their career fighting fucking cans their whole time until they have to fight the big ones. I like Mayweather, but I blame Mayweather a lot for that. But the first time AJ fought somebody of some decent quality, which was Ruiz, we all saw what happened, and then we saw the rematch, how much of a different fighter he was, which a lot of people had a problem with. But against Ngannou, like, to be honest, it's another Fury situation. I just think what's going to happen is that AJ is going to take it far more seriously, and he's not going to look bad just how the way Fury did it.
No, but this is the key thing. If he loses Joshua, I think it's done.
Oh, no, he can't lose. He's done. There's more to him to. It's because he's already lost before. Fury hasn't lost. So if he loses to Ngannou, we're gonna.
It's done. Okay, so wait, AK, what are you saying now, AK?
I mean, it's a big year for boxing next year because apart from this fight, I think also Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia are fighting each other next year.
No, I think it's Gervonta Davis and Haney.
I thought it was Ryan Garcia and Haney.
Nah, Ryan Garcia, they'll talk and they'll negotiate.
Oh, were they?
Was Ryan Garcia the guy who was insulting Golden Boy
Yeah, he's the one that
Yeah,
lost
yeah,
to
yeah.
Davis. He's the one that lost to Davis.
Yeah, he's the one that lost. To
Okay, yeah.
See,
Who
what
was beef with Oscar
No,
De
no,
La Hoya and all
it's
those
not
people?
Davis.
Yeah.
It's Abdul Wahid now, man. Abdul Wahid.
Yeah, the Abdullahi Davis.
Oh, yeah,
Abdul
he changed
Wahid?
his name. Okay, continue.
Yeah, but I mean, if you're Ngannou, you're looking at this like, hey, I caused Fury damage in people's eyes. I beat him. Let's look at Joshua, and I'm getting a truckload of money from this, and I'm getting a truckload of viewers. But SSB 28, don't you dare include Klitschko in the list of opponents. Klitschko was a 41-year-old washed up.
Yeah, he was old. He was
Yeah,
old.
that was an old
He
man.
was washed up. So like,
And he still hurt
So,
Joshua.
okay. Do we give Joshua any true dubs?
Yeah, you have to.
You have to give him probably,
Parker?
yeah.
I'll give him
I'll give
Parker,
him-
Dylan White.
I'll give him Dillian White. Yeah.
What?
Man,
Dylan White?
Can we stop with the Dillian
No,
White?
but that was at his prime. That was at his prime.
Yeah.
Okay, so wait, speak on so Ngannou thing. Speak on it. So
Yeah, I think, yeah, I agree with Ricardo. I think it's only unless AJ absolutely knocks him out, like completely just like hurts him, there is no, there is not really like any way that Joshua can win from this. Because I mean, I hope that after the Otto Wallen fight, I hope that Joshua could, fight somebody better, say like fight somebody. I didn't expect Joshua to take the Ngannou fight. I'll be real. But,
but okay. What else does he do? Because Fury is fighting.
Yeah, there's that question.
Yeah, no, because the issue is that him losing to Usyk twice messed him up. Because now the only fight that makes sense is Usyk and Fury for all the belts. Who else? Which other heavyweights is there? So this, I think, this is the smartest thing to do in terms of getting interest.
Yeah. HH, are we forgetting?
Wait, hold on. Let Ekelan.
Oh yeah, Zhang, big Zhang.
Oh yeah, Zhang, yeah. How would I think Zhang would beat Joshua? I'm not gonna lie.
I'm not gonna lie. I think you could still do the Wilder Joshua fight. I think you can still do it.
You could.
No. But you know how things work. It's about interest. Doing it now, in the way he got outboxed, you don't have the same hunger. This,
bro, we didn't have interest
because Ngannou is hot right now. It's like people are like, oh, he should have won. I remember the UFC guys are really hyped because they felt, oh no, he does that to win. So this makes sense in terms of interest because look.
No, HH.
No. See, this is what I doesn't accept. People are stupid. Mayweather, McGregor, I knew from the beginning because boxer, MMA guy, of course he's going to win. Because, oh my, McGregor, and you promote, and people always fall for the promotion. They always fall for it, and they never use their brain.
It is what I said earlier. The casuals is where the money's at.
Yeah, exactly.
The casuals.
Just get Wilder to face KSI. And then
let's be real.
Come on. Okay, don't do
Artists, I am not advocating for a Nigerian to be Thanos snaps, bro. Because Wilder was
I mean, AJ, let's be honest. I know you talked about these YouTuber boxing and all this stuff, but like, let's be real. The YouTuber boxing actually helps it as a sport because you have all these random ass casuals who watch it for KSI and for Logan Paul, who not all of them, but a good percentage of them will start actually watching boxing.
Yep.
So,
no, they won't. No, they won't.
No, they will.
No, they won't.
They will.
No. Those casuals are watching it because they are fans of said person. No. Will those same casuals watch? Did those same casuals watch? Who was the Terence Crawford and your boy
Errol Spence?
Do you think they would? No, they didn't watch that.
No, but it could get you into it because just to further on AK's point, like let's be honest, when you compare MMA and you compare boxing, really the UFC promotion, the MMA has UFC Dana White, they have completely shit on boxing the last like how many years. The kids are completely into MMA now, right? So what does boxing have to do in order to capture a younger audience? Because the audience of boxing, if we're being honest, it's a very very old audience. So you need to capture that young audience. Thankfully to them, as much as maybe someone like Canelo, who in my opinion is actual fucking idiot, but that's for another discussion. He's a great boxer, but he's actually a dumbass. He could say what he's saying is true. It's a disrespect to the integrity of boxing. I completely understand that, and I don't disagree with him, because what he said is that a lot of the times a lot of these guys, they do boxing because they come from poverty, right? So you have guys like Jake Paul, KSI, these guys doing boxing when they're multimillionaires. But at the same time, you could actually argue that the fact that they are multimillionaires and they still are doing this, taking CTE damage, is actually paying respect to them, because they don't have to do this, but they're choosing to do this. You can give respect in that sense. And then for a lot of kids, you can argue that, look, they're seeing these guys, and look, social media people like KSI, Jake Paul, whatever, they are
also Ricardo, they're actually involving pro boxers in it. Like,
yeah, exactly. Not only that, but
Paul's involving Ryan Garcia in it. Like,
a lot of these kids are looking at these guys like idols. Now, I'm not saying they're gonna when one kid decides to become a world champion, like, oh, I did dedicate my career to Jake Paul because I learned because of him. No, but it opens the doors. They probably see this and be like, oh, this boxing stuff is fun. Who's on top of the game? You see your Terence Crawford, you see that Japanese guy, I can never pronounce his name. Who else? Canelo Alvarez, your Furies, your Usyks, your Bivens, and all that. So there is a level that it does help, but I think on the respect thing where Canelo's speaking from, yeah, that is true too. I think both things can be true. I don't think it has to be one or the other.
Oh no, but I think for this, like Ngannou and Joshua, why is this going to be watched?
Also, on
most
the
because of
UFC
Ngannou.
point, yeah,
and
also
the
UFC
novelty
point.
of sorry, AK.
Yeah, also on the UFC point, just to add, I mean, Dana White really fumbled Ngannou. Like, I think there was like a Ngannou Jones like fight that was like being talked about. Dana White fumbled.
Yeah, he didn't want to pay.
Well, he fumbled it.
Jones was gonna duck it, man. Jones was gonna duck it anyway.
So quick question to the UFC guys.
I'll be honest.
Is there money in UFC that Dana White is holding, or there simply is not enough as much money in as
boxing? You need to understand. Okay.
Dana White is a thief.
The thing is, in boxing, is that the people who host a promotion, there always has to be somebody that loses, because under no rationale can these fighters be making this amount of money. This is why these guys do the contracts within themselves, and then sometimes they have their own promotions, like the Mayweather promotions or whatever, or TMT, whatever the fuck it's called. So these guys get to choose how much money they're making, right? But there's got to be somebody that's willing to lose money. It's the same thing with the Saudi Arabia. They brought all these celebrities. They literally put Wilder and Parker and AJ and Wallen under the same card. Do you think they could do this in any other place other than Saudi? No, because Saudi is willing to take the loss because they want to be an entertainment hub of the world. These guys will never do business like this again. But because Saudi is willing to pay out of their pockets, these guys are like, well, we're getting my money, so I'm going to do it. This is all money driven. In the UFC, this is $1 billion company. Some of these guys are getting paid 10-10, 25-10, some 5-5, 50-50. And that's just means to show and then to win bonus. So there is money. The thing is that
so basically Dana White isn't paying them properly. Like the money is there, he's not paying them properly.
He's not paying them properly. But in a sense, it's mainly because Dana White has a monopoly on the market. Yeah, you can go to a PFL, you can go to Bellator. I think Bellator is actually going out of business anyways. But you can go
PFL now.
They're gonna get bought out by PFL.
They're gonna get. So you can go to these organizations, but the problem is that on a marketing level, on a public perception, on the casual level, there's people like, you'll be surprised. You can tell who's a proper MMA fan and who's not when they think UFC is a sport. UFC is not a sport; it's a promotion. So when people say, "Do you watch UFC?" You're not watching the sport. You're talking about a promotion. So that single fact that people say that, do you watch the UFC? You can tell that the UFC has such has the game, the business on a chokehold that any other promotion doesn't have. And for Dana White, you have to think of it from a business perspective. What is the point of me paying these guys what they're actually worth when if they know they can't leave to another promotion because they know the UFC is the king of kings. So they can't ever what Dana White actually says is that you have to use the UFC as a promotional tool. That's why guys like Conor McGregor, like Adesanya, like John Jones, they understood. That's why they make the big bucks. Although you could argue that even the big bucks they're making, being on top of the sport, it isn't anywhere close to someone like
but my thing, like, if someone is smart and someone has loads of money, creates something to compete with Dana White and say, yo, because the fact of the matter is that because MMA is popping off now.
It's not that easy. It's not that easy.
Who's gonna do that?
So, okay, so if like, so it's saying a billionaire can be like, okay, I've got $1 billion. We're gonna invest all this money into a separate entity. Are there any, like, is there any red tape that will stop them from creating a different organization here?
Yeah. Yep. You have to think of a billionaire. Billionaires are billionaires because they know how to make money. If you're going to compete against a monopoly like the UFC, you have to be willing to lose money without guarantee you'll actually make it to begin with. So what billionaire is actually going to be willing to make an organization to compete with the UFC, knowing they're not going to make they're not going to make a profit and with no guarantee that it will be sustainable? But that's why I said like the UFC is a monopoly and nobody can compete with them. So there's no point.
Because I think basically you're screwed, because the reason why you're screwed is that yes, you'll make more money in boxing, but you're not boxers. You're mixed martial artists. So Ngannou can only go so far. Conor McGregor could only go so far. So, but the weird thing though is that take John Jones now, who they say pound for pound might be the greatest MMA guy before. Just train up for a bit, because John Jones' first boxing thing is going to go crazy because of novelty tax. So for you guys, use that whole novelty of, what if John Jones beats this guy in boxing and end crazy money in that box? Now, if you win, wow, but most likely you won't win.
I don't think Jones is going to want to. I don't think Jones is going to want to risk his legacy for that.
Yeah,
he's not a boxer.
Wait.
The types of MMA.
If you lose a boxing fight, how does that affect your MMA legacy? So if he loses boxing, how does that affect your MMA legacy? It's boxing.
You're still in front of an audience.
You're still in front of an audience. And that actually hurts the MMA more so that people don't want to talk about. Because for example, when Conor was when he was on top of the world, right? People thought like, well, this might be the greatest quote unquote striker the UFC has seen after we just witnessed fucking Anderson Silva and whatnot. And then he goes to boxing. I don't think Mayweather took him serious. And Mayweather, he comfortably took care of him. Conor was never the same after he came back, whether it's because of financial issues or it was because I don't know, whatever. I think it was more of a money thing because once he made all the money,
people are so dumb. Boxing and MMA are two completely different disciplines.
The casuals.
No. I know it's casuals. Yeah. No. But I know it's good, but casuals. Surely it can't be that dumb. It's like, surely you should know these are two different disciplines. Okay, so Ibs, let me hear. So Ibs, your thoughts on this one Ngannou thing, then I'll come to Elijah. Ibs.
Listen, man, shout out Ngannou, man. But listen, man, I don't think Ngannou could get knocked out, man, because I've seen this guy in UFC. Has Ngannou ever been knocked out in UFC? He's never been knocked out.
He's been rocked though.
Yeah, he has.
He's been rocked, but he's got a good chin. He's got a good chin, like in boxing terms. He takes crazy shots and he survives. But I think people are sleeping on it. I think people are sleeping on Ngannou, man. Like, what I love with Ngannou,
stop.
No. I'm not saying he's gonna win. I'm not saying he's gonna win. But I'm saying
continue sleeping. In fact, I'm gonna snore while I sleep.
Wait. Okay, Ibs, to Ricardo's point, because let's just be real. Fury did not take it seriously, and Fury was shocked that Ngannou actually could hold his own. If Joshua, seeing the Fury fight, knowing that your boxing's integrity is on the line, so as yours as well, how is Joshua going to allow Ngannou to even look good?
Ibs, let me tell you something. There's a lot of people who watch MMA who can tell you, and I can tell you myself, even in the MMA setting, when you watch Ngannou box, he isn't the best boxer. He just has
but he's improved. Hold on. No,
that's my
point. He's improved.
This is his second boxing fight. Come on, man.
Ibs. In an MMA setting, Ngannou's boxing isn't great, like skill for skill. What makes him intimidating is the amount of fucking power he has. That's why guys don't engage with him, because in MMA, bro, you don't even have to hit completely, and he'll knock you the fuck out. And on top of that, you
powerful punches are literally haymakers.
And also remember, it's less ounces as well. So
but AJ ain't got a chin. Let's keep it real. AJ ain't got a chin.
But he doesn't have a chin against actual boxers. Like the gap between whoever the best striker in Ngannou who's ever faced in MMA isn't anywhere clear to a mid-tier boxer in boxing. So you can say he has improved, but how much has he improved? But we can say what we want.
No, but my point is, if he hits AJ could go down. We know that's a possibility.
He has to hit him with the most perfect fucking shot that he's not gonna land.
It's isn't it like how much ounce gloves is this one again?
I don't know, idea.
Isn't it 12 ounce? I think boxing is 12 ounce.
You can negotiate. You can negotiate on the pads.
And UFC is like
but you lot,
UFC is 4 ounce.
I think you lot are gonna be surprised with Ngannou. Like, I'm not saying he's gonna win, but you lot are gonna act like he's a bum. Like,
no. I'm saying this. I'm saying what AJ has witnessed, what everybody has witnessed in the fight against Fury, AJ is going to be aware of the consequences. I'm not saying that AJ is going to go in and just fucking smoke him. I know I said that initially. I'm just saying
so boxing gloves, it's 12, 14, or 16. UFC 4 ounces.
Yeah. This is different. No, but like
that's a big difference.
What I'm saying is that AJ knows what is considered a win and a loss on the perception thing. He's gonna know that I have to go in there to even consider this a W. I'm gonna have to go there and knock him out. I can't get to go to 12 rounds. I can't lose this fight.
If Joshua wins by points, he loses. If Joshua wins by points, if this goes to the distance, he loses.
Yeah, and it makes it worse for AJ too.
It's not even going to be. It's 10 rounds. I think it's 10 rounds. It's not even 12 rounds.
Because it's non-title fight. Fights are 12. But if the thing why it's worse for AJ, I would argue, and this is why he's AJ. The fact that he's taking it shows that he has a level of confidence that he could beat him because he has the power, something Fury doesn't have. Fury has size, he has skill, he can weigh on you, and eventually you'll wear out. With AJ, the reason why it's worse for him because if he loses, he already has losses before. Like he's lost to Usyk, he's lost to Ruiz. He can't afford a loss.
But again, that's what I said to him is like, look, of course I root for Joshua, fellow Nigerian and everything. I don't know how he wins. It's okay, you knock him out in the first round. So because remember, you were supposed to be on the path of trying to unite the heavyweight titles. So you've gone from trying to now be the undisputed heavyweight champion to now fighting a UFC fight in his second fight. I'm sorry, I don't know how you
win. He knows he's not going to win that title again.
If AJ knocks him out, right? If AJ knocks him out, so
hold on. If Fury beats Usyk, he's never fought Fury. And Styles if Fury beats Usyk, he can fight Fury. No. Fury beats him. I feel Fury beats him 10 something out of 10. Well, Joshua can't beat Fury or Usyk. He can't. It's impossible. He can't.
Beat Fury.
No, he can't. No way. He can't.
I mean, Joshua definitely has majority of the casual audience because he's a bigger name. You can no homo, but he is the good-looking guy, so it's easier to market.
Well, no, women love him. He has all the female fans for sure.
I have a question to the panel. Who do you think wins Fury versus Usyk, though?
Fury.
I think Fury beats him from size.
Fury. The size is too much. The size. No. I think
it'll be a technical
they are both similar boxing levels. But what tips it over Fury is I don't know how Usyk will be able to deal with his size. So Fury will just, and also Fury, he's so unorthodox and weird in how he moves. I just think that he won't knock him out. It will go the distance. And
Fury it will go the distance.
Yeah, Fury will win a majority, not unanimous. Will win a majority on points.
Can I speak on this?
Actually, no. Let me come to Elijah. Elijah, Your thoughts, Elijah?
Yeah, sorry guys. I have a really, really tough cold, so I'm sorry if I sound kind of crazy.
God damn! Wow, you sound
know.
crazy, bro.
I sound insane. Thankfully it's not COVID, it's a flu.
Bro, you sound crazy, bro.
No, you sound like
you
you
sound
smoked a
wild,
pack of
man.
cigarettes, bro.
So for me, the Usyk, AJ, Ngannou stuff, it's really interesting because that's what gives the attention to boxing. My dad was a boxing guy. I love boxing. I like UFC. It's fun to watch. It's great to watch. MMA is a great sport. But the ideology of trying to put the two together in some type of like popularity battle or to see if a UFC fighter can beat a boxer is kind of ridiculous. I'm not saying that it won't happen.
It's stupid. It's dumb. It's dumb.
Stupid. But I'm not saying that.
Let's just put an MMA fighter can never beat a boxer. It's impossible.
Me, stuff like that.
But
I don't
no,
really say
no. But let's be real. Everybody has a puncher's chance. So hold on. Put it this way: it is impossible for an MMA fighter to beat a boxer on points. That is impossible. But everyone has a puncher's chance.
You have to knock him out. Like for me, I'm giving Ngannou a chance because of his punch power.
Yeah.
If Ngannou can knock out Joshua, that's a massive W for MMA. But if it goes 10, 12 rounds,
it'd be insane, real.
Joshua wins because Joshua has the fitness and he has the stamina to withstand that stuff.
Oh no. But Elijah, my point is that can Joshua win this by perception? Can he ever win this fights perception-wise? How?
Well, perception is not going to win you. Perception doesn't win fights, unfortunately.
Yeah.
Joshua has to win by knockout or more. Like this can't mean.
No, he has to win by knockout. That's his only way, respectable way.
No, but it's one thing though. Okay, even if you knock him out, well, you should. You're the boxer. He's a UFC guy. So how does Joshua win?
No, but what he would win is the perception over Fury.
But we all know that Fury never took.
No. We know that. We know.
Okay. Yeah, from the casuals here, from the casuals.
No, we know that Fury did not take Ngannou seriously.
But the casuals say that. Okay, yeah.
Fury for that fight alone was about what? I think he was about 250 something.
Bro, he was huge, man. He was fucking huge.
Yeah, but he's always fat, man.
No.
No, but he was particularly bigger then.
You compare his physique from Wilder to Ngannou, completely different.
My thing is, speaking of Wilder, that fight is not happening, unfortunately.
No, it's not happening.
That fight between him and Joshua is not happening.
Nah, forget it. That guy's a joke, man.
Wilder is one of the worst boxers I've ever seen in my life. No. Wilder, hold up. Wilder is the worst boxer. He's the worst heavyweight boxer I've ever seen in my life. Ever. He's the worst.
Look at it like this. Wilder started boxing at 21, 22 years old.
I'm not even that old.
Bro, I don't think he actually understood. He didn't have boxing. Boxing.
No. But see, and to that point, that's how Ngannou has a chance because let's put it, Wilder is like Ngannou in a sense of what Wilder only wins via knockouts. He can't win via points. And Wilder is the epitome of everybody has a puncher's chance. Bro, what's the name of that Cuban he fought twice? Ortiz. Bro, in both fights, Ortiz was beating him on points.
Yes.
And Wilder had to knock him out. Personally, if both those fights went to points, Ortiz would have won on points. So Wilder is the definition of everyone has a puncher's chance. But Wilder is garbage. He's horrendous as a boxer.
Here's my thing as well. I think they're making boxing, especially those governing bodies, are making a big mistake if they're going to allow AJ to fight for a belt, but not let someone like Zhang fight for a belt. I legit believe Zhang could beat AJ, and Zhang could give a tough time to a Usyk or Fury.
No, Zhang is interesting.
Zhang doesn't last like 12 rounds.
Yeah.
Stamina
I mean,
is his issue.
you see, for me, I think the issue with Joshua now is, I think for Joshua, this just shows you that, bro, boxing is boxing. You need those, like, people's misconception was, oh, Tyson just hard knockout power. No, Tyson was a very good boxer. He was a damn good boxer. But also, don't tell it. Same as like Daniel. When Tyson actually met real boxers, he actually lost. No, real boxers in their prime, he actually lost. Lewis Holyfield. But Tyson, those amateur things, that is very key, important, fundamental training that Joshua did not have. So for Joshua, without that fundamental training, which is what Usyk has, which is what, Fury is a gypsy. He's been boxing since he was a freaking child. Like those guys who are gypsies, they are born and bred boxers. It's like in their blood. So once you're born and bred, then you know those nitty gritty things of how to really get to those rounds. And that's something that you just can't teach at Joshua's age. You have to know that. You have to be doing that as from a teenager. Bro, look at Mayweather, Olympics, amateurs and everything. So for Joshua, the sad thing for Joshua, and maybe this goes back to Ricardo and AK's points, this novelty thing is how you can actually is another way of making money in boxing. Because the notion was, okay, title fight. Now this whole thing of like, because at the end of the day is, how do you make money? Viewers, people, interest. More people will watch a novelty fight than a title fight. That's the crazy thing. More people will watch Ngannou, Fury, or any Logan Paul fight than the super middleweight fights, cruiserweight fights, or heavyweight title fights. That's the reality.
I think
which is crazy.
These guys just are pretty bad at marketing themselves, if I'm being honest.
No, but Saudis could do better.
The boxers or just the boxers or the promoters?
No, well, it takes both of them. You can't just, think it's just one of them. I think boxers in general are just shit at promoting themselves.
Yeah, MMA shits on boxing. I mean, UFC specifically shit.
I think, but you know what it is? It's like boxing is a very old sport, like bloody old. So it's still very traditional. Whereas like MMA is like very new. Like, bro, like, 'cause I remember when Ken Shamrock joined Wrestlers Away, and people said, "Oh, he's come from this whole UFC." I say, "What the hell is UFC?" And that was like a new, because I think this is like late 90s, early 2000s when Ken Shamrock joined. But when you look at the kind of energy and the characteristics that a Ken Shamrock has, his brother and everybody, it's very different from what is in boxing. But the crazy thing though is that I would have thought that everybody would have followed Muhammad Ali's lead to be like, no, this is how you have to promote. But at the end of the day, you are what you are. But it's just that most of the UFC guys are just, they have a lot more colorful personalities and characters than the boxers, So, and I think maybe this is how it helps boxing. So yes, I agree with Alvarez that like, bro, you're messing up with the integrity. But at the end of the day, people want to be entertained. You have to give, and that is what happened with Mayweather. So remember, Mayweather went from pretty boy to money. Mayweather say, look, if I become a villain and guys hate me and guys want to see me lose, that's how I will get guys. So pretty boys are money Mayweather. I am brash. I'm arrogant. I've got loads of money. Bro, everybody wanted to see Mayweather lose. And because he never lost, everybody's like, man, I want to see him lose. I want to see him lose. People were so dumb. Which is why Mayweather and Conor McGregor, they were like, man, we have these casuals. Because McGregor knew, let me see, McGregor knew that he was never going to win. But what did they do? Black versus whites. The Irishman against the African American. The great white hope will finally take down the brash, arrogant black guy. And McGregor and Mayweather, it's like, we are going to laugh all the way to the bank. McGregor knew he had no freaking chance. But McGregor ends more in that fight than the entirety of his UFC career.
Yes.
Money. So, Mohammed, what do you say, Mohammed? And then we'll say, Mohammed, what do you say?
I'll speak on Joshua, but I wanted to say that the great white hope is Donald Trump. But that's just That's the same.
Wait, how did it get there?
Abes, I have no idea. Abes, I've got no idea.
Make America great again, man.
Yes, brother, that's what we're on, brother. HH, I have to say, I don't want to sound like I'm a big hater here, but I think in the history of boxing, Anthony Joshua has to be the most overrated boxer ever. I mean, this guy is just a big black guy with muscles. He cannot
Pause.
Even if it's other side on everything, I can still,
That's wild.
Just chill.
That's too far. That's too far.
That's true. Ricardo, you laughed way too hard. You laughed way too hard.
How can you as an African guy get the shit beat out of you by a 6'1" Mexican guy?
He got beaten up by an Eastern European. You know how bad that is.
Yes, the guy is terrible, man. He's terrible. And by the way, I have to say, I mean, he's
but again, you have to realize. Mabry, you have to realize that the fact that he's gotten this far is impressive. He did not have an amateur career. Almost every boxer had a lengthy amateur career. This guy literally skipped the amateurs and started knocking guys out. So, to the point where, like, let's just say Eddie Hearn even said that, bro, this guy is actually learning as he's going.
It is, but I have to say, like, I wouldn't say if Anthony Joshua fights against Deontay Wilder, and I like Deontay Wilder. It's sad to see, the loss he's had. I think that the thing with I think he's even more one-dimensional because Deontay Wilder, his legs are finished. I mean, skinny legs, not really strong on the feet. I think Deontay Wilder beats Anthony Joshua. Ngannou is a strong guy. Ngannou he has that Mandingo strength.
Oh my God!
What the hell,
Mohammed? What?
But I have to say,
this is members hangout stuff.
Yo, pause.
No. Hey, that's even beyond members. Okay, all right, look. All right. So, wait, does anybody have any more thing on Ngannou thing and this whole boxer thing as well? All right. Hold up. So, shout out to your boy Elijah again. It says, if Ngannou wins, it will make Tyson look horrible. No.
No.
So again, to the casuals.
Yeah,
But guys, at the end of the day, okay, let's say that Ngannou wins and Fury beats Usyk. Who cares? Because Now here's the thing: if that happens, okay, rematch, and if the rematch, Fury will beat the living crap out of Ngannou. Because he beats him. Oh my God, blah blah. Fury's like, okay, fine, let's fight again. I'll now train, take it seriously, and I'll outbox him, and I'll either knock him out or just beat him on points. There is no chance in hell Ngannou beats Fury if Fury takes it seriously. It's impossible. It's impossible. It is impossible. It's not happening. Like, that's just, you have to use your brain. It is impossible. So,
whether he wins or loses, he still wins.
Who? Ngannou.
He's getting paid crazy money. He still wins.
Oh no. Look, see. Ngannou is winning right now. Like I told you, that's Fury fight. I think he earns more in that fight than in the entirety of his UFC career. So he now, basically, for Ngannou, if Ngannou can avoid getting knocked out, if he takes Joshua the distance, that's a dub. Like, now, Ngannou is going to try and knock out Joshua, but I don't think he'll be able to. But if he can last the distance, that's a win. Win, lose, or draw. If you last the distance against Joshua, who is the boxer here, that's a win. Like, Lord only knows if he knocks him out, because God, I do not want that on Joshua's resume. I don't want Joshua to get knocked out by a guy like that. That would be awful. So I pray that doesn't happen. See, my dream scenario is, because I like both guys, both African brothers, my dream scenario is Joshua wins on points. That's my dream scenario.
No, not a double knockout?
What is it?
No double knockout?
Where what's Rocky 2? Oh, Adrian, we did it! Oh, come on, bro. Shout out to Chris Fairman. The UFC Reebok deal essentially banned any fighter from getting sponsorships. Fighters are forced to wear Reebok. Mighty Mouse got traded for a bomb. Wait, is this true?
Well,
Yes.
it's true.
Yeah.
To be fair,
They
got
stopped
the
letting them
sponsors.
get sponsors.
That's
They
the
The
stopped letting them
shirts,
get
the
sponsors.
shorts, the sweaters, the
Wow.
jackets. It's all
No, wait,
Reebok. Yeah, so
hold
you
on,
can't
hold
you can't go and get a
Everything is
Nike.
Reebok.
Let's
You
be
can't go
fair.
and get a
Hold on, let's be
Okay,
fair.
wait. Okay, so
Not a bomb.
So every fighter has signed this contract saying that they
No,
can't do anything outside of
no,
Reebok.
no. Not every fighter. All the fighters are signed under the UFC promotion. The UFC is to sign the contract.
I'm trying. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, HH, he locked them down, man. Even the energy drink as well.
not
The Monster
surprising.
energy
This
drink.
isn't surprising.
Dana White is evil, man. Dana White, the guy is evil.
That's a W businessman. What the
That's a
fuck?
smart. Yeah,
Nah,
that's a
that
smart
guy's
move.
evil, man.
That guy
he's
is
just
an elite
Nah, that guy's
businessman.
evil, bro.
That's not evil, bro.
Like,
I just had
like
He's a
literally,
smart-
like you're
he's a
just
smarter
basically,
ball.
you're literally just using these guys. You're literally pawns.
no. Hold on.
Okay. How much does a UFC title winner earn?
It's all contract dependent.
HH, Ngannou got 600K for the heavyweight for winning the heavyweight title.
Oh my days.
After he won it, he got 600K.
Yeah, but that's Ngannou's fault.
No, but you're saying he's using them. Like,
Nah, that's
who
ridiculous.
knew?
That's ridiculous.
Wait.
Okay, do you know how much he earns for the Fury fight?
I think he got 10 million plus.
Yeah.
How much?
Yeah, but that's because
I think it was 10 million plus.
This is the part that people are missing. You're supposed to use the UFC's promotion as a promotional tool to elevate your leverage.
Oh, what was supposed to say? Tyson Fury has claimed that Ngannou will walk away from the fight $10 million richer. 10 million.
Yeah. 10
And he
million.
did. And he did.
Wow.
Wait,
So
how
600K to
much-
10 mil.
Yo,
How
That's
much
crazy.
did McGregor earn
For
for
AJ,
the
he'll get
Khabib
double.
fight?
What did say? How much did what?
How much did McGregor earn for the Khabib fight?
I think it was like 5 million or something or more, a bit more.
No, but listen, what's it called? Ricardo, that fight did 2.8 million pay-per-view buys, and he got paid that little.
Okay,
No, yeah,
but
so
this
say,
what
yeah,
I'm-
Conor
hold on.
McGregor made $3 million as disclosed salary in his losing effort against Khabib.
Yeah, but there's also pay-per-view.
Yeah, that's crazy.
So, however, the endorsement
no,
deals and pay-per-view points push his total earnings from the bout to an estimated sum of $50 million.
No, okay, I don't think so. But you guys are missing the point.
He didn't get 50.
At the end of the point, these fighters are the ones that are fucking signing the contract to go to the UFC. They don't have to. They know what they're signing up for. The problem is that when these guys get so big that they don't know how to leverage their contract once they're at the top. And that's where Dana White fucks them over.
No, look, it's a business move. It is okay. So look,
but
last thing here.
these guys can have like side deals if they want, like because they're so famous because of UFC, they can have side deals other than.
Oh yeah, outside the UFC, they can't promote it on the UFC. But if they're not
like McGregor has this.
Yeah, but if you can't leverage the popularity you get from the UFC to make your deals, that's on you. That's not on Dana
Yeah,
White.
exactly. Yeah, 100%. Yes.
Okay, wait, hold on. So last topic, and then we'll be out of here, man. So who is the GOAT comedian?
Patrice O'Neal.
Bernie Mac.
Yeah,
Ricardo, now I cannot see where your sense of humor now comes from now. Now now it makes sense. Now it makes sense. Now it all
But
makes
you're not
sense.
wrong. It's gotta be between Patrice and Bernie, honestly.
It's Bernie Mac, man. It's Bernie Mac.
No, what about Richard Pryor, bro? I've seen some of his old shit. He's fucking hilarious.
No.
Pryor's
See,
hilarious.
okay. So this is where I'm at. Personal, Katt Williams. Objective is Richard Pryor.
I gotta be honest, man. Cat Williams
Okay,
is not as famous
have
as,
you heard of Eric Spears? Have you listened to him? He's very funny.
Eric Spears is good as impersonation. I don't think he's as
You know
skilled as
what?
other guys. He's a great
For me-
impersonist.
For
Brother,
me,
he's very
it's
funny.
it's between these four for me. Like in terms of choosing, it's Dave Chappelle, Bernie Mac, Patrice O'Neal, and I know he got caught doing some wild shit. Louis C.K.
Oh no! What's the guy? Masturbation
Louis
tax?
is fucking hilarious.
Masturbation
He's
tax?
hilarious.
Really?
Ain't no way you don't rate him. You don't rate his comedy, bro. His comedy's actually
No,
hilarious.
no. For me, like Louis C.K. Like he doesn't do it for me.
Z-Man. Hey, Dave Chappelle fell off, man. Let's keep it real.
No. That's
Thank
not the point.
you.
That's not the point. That's not the point. That's not the
You know
Chappelle
who's
fell off. He
actually-
fell off.
You know who's actually funny too? With George Carlin, I think is his name.
Yeah,
by the
yeah.
way-
I mean, he's pretty good.
By the
He's
way,
pretty good.
shout out to Anthony Jeselnik because he's definitely. I like his one punch lines. I think he's really good at that, but I don't think he's involved in this type of conversation.
So, okay.
I've never seen Bernie Mac tell a bad joke.
Bernie Mac is ridiculous.
I always thought Bernie Mac.
I've never seen him
Seriously,
tell a bad joke.
Bernie Mac. Watch Life. You know, Life with Martin Lawrence and Anand Thingy. Bernie Mac is hilarious.
I'm the party.
No, you know who's
Wait, jiggly.
Yeah, Jaglite.
No, what's his name? Bill Burr's fucking hilarious as well.
Yeah,
Have you watched Soul
He's
Man?
funny.
I hate
Bill
it.
Burr is funny.
Wait,
Yeah, he's funny. Bill Burr is funny.
What don't you like about aside from the allegations, Louis C.K.? Why don't you like him?
Like no. So basically, so basically, my best friend is a huge Louis C.K. fan, and he's like, "Oh, you have to watch it."
Is that Bill Handy?
No, it's not Bill Hamley. So
Okay.
I was watching, and I was
What about
like,
you guys? Corey
also, this was before the allegations. I was like, you know what? Thing about comedy is, it's either hits you or it doesn't. Louis C.K. it just didn't do it for me. Still, you know, another one as well. I've never been a Chris Rock fan. I've never been a Chris Rock fan.
Hey, Ted.
He has a very Chris Rock has a very annoying voice.
The same way you think Chris Rock is annoying. I don't think like this. I see the same way for Katt Williams. Well, I don't find him that funny.
I'll be honest, he's
But
funny.
see, and see, for me,
conversations and comedy. I think
I can't say you're wrong. See, for comedy, it's literally just all about taste
it's subjective.
and just what gets you. But that's why I think that Richard Pryor is a litmus test. You watch one of Pryor's like top shows, it is impossible not to laugh because his comedy. This is just comedy that can just appeal to anybody. See, Katt Williams is like, okay, you have to really be into that. Richard Pryor is like, no, this guy's just funny. And also remember, he was the guy that really he started the edgy comedy. So he was doing stuff that no one else was doing before. So the kind of stuff that he was saying and how edgy it was, no one was doing that. So all these guys all took from Richard Pryor.
Have you listened to Paul Mooney? Funny guy, older
yeah. Paul, I mean,
was
he's
funny,
pretty extreme.
He was, the thing that the thing that Katt Williams was talking about. He was doing that back in the early 2000s, the similar exposure, but he was a bit moist. He was a bit flamboyant, a little bit, but he was calling out all the petty stuff.
Okay, so wait, hold on. Let's just have this. I wanted to have this convo. Wait, hold on. Let me just do this convo. So where are you guys with the Dave Chappelle now?
I think you're talking about Dave Chappelle
Conversation.
overall career.
No. Dave Chappelle. So Dave Chappelle thin, freaking hilarious. Like when he was skinny, like killing him softly.
Yeah,
the other one he did afterwards when he talked about, Ja, where is Ja? Those two shows, amazing. Chappelle's show, awesome. Then when he now Chappelle recently, it's like it just feels too preachy.
He keeps talking about transgender and shit, man. It's weird.
It just keeps. I'm like, okay, yeah, we get it. Okay, but like,
I feel like every comedy hits that moment where they start. For Dave Chappelle, like the Dave Chappelle specials in Netflix, it almost feels like a moment where you're rewinding, relaxing, and you're just seeing like your uncle talk about life. It kind of feels like that in the sense that I don't think he's out there trying to hit the punchlines, trying to hit you with those jabs back and forth. He's more so.
But Simon, you're a comedian. You're a comedian, though. I'm here to laugh. Like, let's be real. Okay, let's keep it a stack. You are a court jester. hundreds
it
of years
depends
ago,
what
you would
kind
be
of
known as a
no,
freaking
no.
court
No,
jester.
no,
You're a
no, no, no.
No, it
comedian.
depends what kind of comedy you like.
That's not. You see, I disagree with that because comedians are there to talk about. They're more so the ones that are willing to say the things that nobody's else willing to say. They're more so the ones that are more daring to make the jokes that no one's there to make.
But you're there to make us laugh.
And have an insight. Yeah, that is true. But at the same time, I feel like with Dave Chappelle, it's more so than that, more so than his hits, because his last special wasn't that funny for me. It felt a little bit.
Bro,
preachy,
bro,
but at the same
I
time-
only
It was
laughed once in
weird,
his
man.
last special. I only laughed once. Only laughed once.
The R. Kelly one.
No. You know when he says like, if he needs to read, he goes to the strip joints because they have like really good lights and everything. That was it. That was the only thing I found funny. Like the whole stuff about the disability, the transgender thing. I'm like, sorry, like you see, his old stuff, I'll be laughing out loud, like literally tears. I'll be crying, laughing out loud. Like I've not laughed out loud at any of his recent specials in the way that I used to like his old stuff. Like no, I just haven't, And I think the issue is that he's so big now. I think he's so self-aware of how influential he is that it almost seems as if when he's doing comedy, he knows that so many people are about to say, oh my gosh, you know what Dave Chappelle said? Oh my gosh, he's so smart. He's so thing. You know what he said about this stuff? And it just seems as if rather than going out to just make us laugh with a bit of insight, it's as if he feels he needs to make some sort of a commentary. Like, bro, you can be like a George Carlin, where your comedy has a lot of introspection and everything, but it just seems as if you feel like if you feel you need to make a point because people are waiting for you to make a point. So it's like, no, bro, be funny.
You see,
but be freaking funny.
That type of thing doesn't bother me as much as people that I don't know how to say this. Cat Williams falls into this. People that have to pace back and forth, scream in order to make a point, and then their punchline is just they just keep hitting the same punchline, jab, 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 to the point where it kind of doesn't feel like they're adding any nuance to it. They're just going back to the same punchline. With some comedians, it's unpredictable. Like prime Dave Chappelle is unpredictable because his jabs, he had jabs within jabs. It felt like he was just going on a roll, just telling you stories after stories. With some comedians,
Yeah, like Ricardo, like your thoughts on Chappelle now, or just Chappelle as a whole, him now compared to and his whole career.
I feel like his style is what's relevant, right? Because I think that's what's fresh on everybody's mind, and that's what he mainly talks about. I'll admit to this last special, honestly, I fell asleep. Like that's how bad it was. Now that's just my opinion. I just didn't think it hit like his previous ones. Like whenever I didn't even know it was coming out. So when I saw it, I was mad excited. I'm like, finally, new material. I'm gonna fucking die of laughter. The first 5 minutes was funny, and then that's about it for me. I didn't even hear my girlfriend laugh. My girlfriend doesn't even really watch stand-up comedy, but the ones I put her on, she's always laughs. So I'm like, Dave Chappelle's a safe request when you when people ask about it, and that one was a miss for me. But yeah, I just feel like I don't know. Is he going to the? I'm willing to give him the benefit of the doubt that this was one of those ones that just didn't hit. But this last one definitely wasn't that great. But I do think he's up there amongst the greats. I just don't have him as my greatest. I definitely have guys like Patrice O'Neal, rest in peace his soul, man. We lost him way too soon, man. But I feel like he would have been on top of the game if he was alive today. But other guys that I've personally liked, was George Carlin, Louis C.K., Richard Pryor. I always thought Eddie Murphy was funny too. These earlier ones.
Young Eddie Murphy.
Yeah, Eddie Murphy was fucking hilarious. I don't know. Dave Chappelle, he doesn't hit it. Cat Williams, his older stuff was good. The last one I watched, I can't remember which one it was, but he just started swearing way too much. I'm like, I feel like when you're trying to swear so much, it just doesn't do it.
But you know what? I just think when I just look at him, I'm already laughing already. So
No,
even when he
look
starts
funny.
speaking, I'm already laughing. So basically, it's like a cheat code.
No, he does look funny. Like that. It adds to the character, right? It makes it easier to laugh. But I think much of what Z-Man says, when you have to actually be like a fucking clown on the stage,
yeah.
Away from. But the swearing to me is what kind of doesn't stick with me.
Okay. So, Ibs, what about you? Your thoughts on Sean Chappelle?
I'll be real. I watched Dave Chappelle last year, and I went to his show and I saw him and Chris Rock, and literally some of the same jokes he's still telling now. Because I went early last year, and in this recent special, it's the same joke. Like, I don't know if he. I've seen two specials, the two most recent specials, and he's repeating the same topic. He's repeating the same kind of jokes. It's like it's getting stale at this point. I think he's just he's getting a bag off Netflix. Just you're gonna pay me another 20 million. Yeah, okay, I'll just film this. Like it's still mid at this point. But I don't think we're gonna get old Dave Chappelle because I think he's
no. Old Chappelle, he's gone. Old Chappelle is gone. Old Chappelle is gone.
He's gone. He's gone. Like I don't even watch him like that anymore. People talk about him, but I got other comedians. There's too many other good comedians where I go watch. Like there's a guy called Corey Holcomb. If Ricardo likes Patrice O'Neal, this guy Corey Holcomb is like exactly like Patrice O'Neal. Like he's edgy. He's way too edgy. Yeah, he's funny. Dave Chappelle's done, man.
Wait, so let's just like the last thing now. So we'll just go around the room and just like your go-to comedians and why. So basically, so for me, you see, it's a difficult. So for me, I think Richard Pryor, I think he's the GOAT. Like, I just feel like if he can appeal to anybody at any time, and when you watch like his two like major specials, it's impossible for you not to laugh. Like once he now sort of like gets into the mindsets of like different animals and everything, I'm like, bro, this guy's a freaking genius. Just the comedic schemes he thinks of are just genius. I'm like, bro, how the hell did you think of that? So I just think overall it's him. Personal, bias, subjective, it's Katt Williams, bro. That's just on a subjective bad thing, just because he just appeals to me. So I can't even explain why Katt Williams is amazing, because either you vibe with him or not. But Pryor, he was a trendsetter. So many people copied him. And I just think that there was comedy before Richard Pryor and there was comedy after Richard Pryor. So he just changed the game, and he just changed the way that people could approach comedy in terms of, no, there is no line, and you can literally just step over the edge and say what's up. But Ricardo, I just want to know, what is it specifically about Patrice O'Neal that you say is so good?
It's his crowd work. It's like I can only take the words from like other comedians they said about him, and like they analyzed them. They said they see Patrice O'Neal literally go on stage with
your mic went very crazy. And make sure echo cancellation is off.
Wait, hear me?
Yeah, go for it. Yeah.
And cancellation. Yeah, okay, turned off. Okay, sorry, my bad. No, I've heard several comedians talk about him, and they've said,
no, your sound is a bit low now. Your sound is a bit low.
Man, what the fuck?
Look, StreamYard tax, man. StreamYard tax. Just make sure echo cancellation is off.
Can you hear me?
Yeah. Go for it.
Okay, no, several comedians have said that this guy, there's been so many times he would go literally on stage with zero material, and he would just do a whole long ass segment just based off crowd work. And if you look at a lot of his specials, he does the exact same thing. Like, he doesn't really go up there with much. Like, he'll go up with a little bit, but he'll know how to expand it over a period of time. And I just think his way of improvising jokes on the spot and doing that was just like second to none. And that's why I compare it to like Dave Chappelle. Dave Chappelle, he goes in there with a whole thing. Like he knows how to work the whole thing, which takes a lot. It's guys like Kevin Hart does the same thing as well. Katt Williams does the same thing as well. So for me, Patrice, he was like special in that regard. Like, you could just do it. He could do material, or he could do completely without it. And to me, the stuff he's done without it has been the best. Like, there's literally footage you can find on YouTube that's like, I don't know, like 5 to 10 minutes. He'll literally go on stage and just say the most outlandish shit to open up, and just work from there. And to me, that's like how you know this guy is a special person.
Okay, so like, because I've just seen bits and clips. What would you say is like a good entry point to him?
Oh, if you want to see a special, the last one you met was Elephant in the Room. I think it's Elephant in the Room, right?
Okay.
He's wearing like a hat, bro. It's an hour. HH, you have to watch. The moment you turn the stream off, I promise you, you're gonna say it's one of the best specials you ever watched. I put that shit.
No, look, what's it called? I'll probably watch it. I'll probably get like a little meal and just put it on after this. Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's called. Let me look it up. Patrice O'Neill Elephant. If you guys haven't watched it, you guys have to watch that shit. Yeah, it's a 2011. You could probably find it on YouTube actually, because that's how viral it went. Watch that one, and then you can watch the short little segments of him on YouTube, like the 5 to 15 minutes. You'll find him hilarious. To me, he's the best one just because you like unpredictability. You couldn't guess it. He's even said that the other comedians always have said that every time Patrice went on, they always felt inadequate of him. They're like, damn, I can't.
No, because I just watch, because always when I always go through YouTube deep dives, everyone says like he's literally like your favorite comedian's favorite comedian.
Yeah.
Like almost comedians say no, like literally he's literally one of my favorite. Other comedians say he's their favorite comedian. Is Patrice O'Neill.
Yeah, he's like, he just definitely one of a kind guy. All respect to Dave Chappelle, who's probably the majority of people's goats or whatever. But guys like Richard Pryor, like when I started getting more into stand-up comedy, Richard Pryor he's definitely up there, like in terms of the best. To me, I don't know what it is, but I find like a lot of black comedians, they just have a special knack for the stand-up comedy parts. I don't know, it's because obviously where they come from, there's a lot of like absurdities that they can draw out and it makes fun of things. But outside of that, like I would agree with Z-Man. Louis C.K. is fucking hilarious. He just looks funny too. And he's another one that will literally say just the most craziest shit. And that's one thing I really like about comedians, when they're not willing to say the fucking craziest shit. Because I feel like that's what they are, right? They're people who have this special ability to just say whatever the hell they want and get away with it. So when you have a guy
it's just a joke.
When you have somebody who's willing to go over the top, someone like Patrice O'Neill, Louis C.K., it's fun. I think Bill Burr is somewhat along that lines too. I would say my Mount Rushmore, I'd say in terms of ones I've watched, definitely Patrice, Richard Pryor, Louis C.K., Bill Burr. I think George Carlin.
So have you seen Delirious on Raw? Eddie Murphy.
I saw Delirious. That's the one he's wearing the red outfit, right?
Yeah. But have you seen Raw? Raw is better.
I think I might have saw. I can't remember, but I saw him a long time ago.
Basically, he's wearing purple. He's wearing black. Purple.
Oh, purple. I think I actually might have seen it. Yeah, I'd probably have to rewatch it though.
Yeah. No, like that's amazing. Like Delirious is good. Raw is like that's like a classic.
Yeah.
That's seen as like one of the great comedy shows of all time.
George Carlin. What I found George Carlin, he's one of probably the most socially aware comedians.
Yeah.
Like you can tell, like he's actually very fucking smart. That's the impression I got from him. He's really good at delivering all that. But to me, Patrice is definitely the best.
So I'm also called Z-Man, your GOAT comedian.
For me, there's certain the GOAT comedians. Again, it's probably crowd work, your ability to land the punch, because every comedian has a punch at the end of it, and how it lands determines how good you are and how you're able to kind of anticipate and build up to it. For me, Patrick O'Neill was one of the best. I enjoyed his sets. I also enjoyed Dave Chappelle Killing Them Softly. I think that's one of the best that I've heard.
That's up there. That's a good one. Yeah.
For me, it's just like his ability. It feels like he's improvising to the point where you feel like you're not listening to a comedy. You're just listening to a guy talk, and it's just like every joke just hits one after the other. So that aspect that I really enjoyed. My personal favorite is obviously Dave Chappelle. I respect him for the Dave Chappelle show. I think this guy's ability to be like, I think he's a type of comedian. He's very adaptable, like in the sense that the Dave Chappelle show, he started the whole trend of making skits, the haters ball, like his show still stands throughout the test of time, and him being the main orchestrator and runner of that, to the point where he's inspired even comedians that are
on the Chappelle show was huge. Like in terms of this kind of stuff that they did and the kind of comedy sketches that they did, that thing was game changing.
Yeah. And so for me, it's just that, and it's stand up. This guy's just like he's a type of comedian where he he seems like like other comedians around him, like they all respect him, but he seems like he's the better comedian than them when he's in a room with them. So in that sense, like that guy, my personal favorite, Louis C.K. I enjoy his sets. I like how he almost, bro. He's one sentence away from being canceled every time, bro. He's like one word away from being canceled. And this guy's ability to like to punch jokes like that while making the crowd work, and he's some of his jokes are just like, man, how did he work that out? Because it's like there's a moment where you're like, man, if that didn't hit, this guy would be in a world of pain. Man, if that didn't hit. So for me, it's just like those type of comedians I enjoy the most. I don't like the comedians that are like that are safe, that are like, oh, what's going on with this guy? What's going on with that? I hate those type of comedians that just that don't want to play danger. I like comedians that play with fire, man. It's the reason why we go to circuits.
So Casey, what about you? Your good comedians that come to Ibs.
So for me, the goat is George Carlin. Without it. And then
obviously,
personally,
like Casey, obviously you choose George Carlin.
No, personally, for me right now it's Bill Maher. I don't know if you guys watch it, like Politically Incorrect.
Oh, yeah. What's it called? Yeah, no, actually, not like he can be pretty funny. Yeah, he can be pretty funny.
Yeah, but he makes fun of like he goes there with some stuff like the cube, like to just
he doesn't give an F. Man. He just says what he feels like.
I think like a guy who's like super underrated because like he had like I think for me the GOAT sitcom, which is Seinfeld, but he's actually a very good stand-up comedian also.
Casey, how come you've not chosen any black comedians? Casey, I am
judging you now. We know why.
Casey's racist, man. Like, let's face it.
So you named 3 white comedians, man. Oh wow, that's good.
Jewish.
Oh wow. Okay.
When you stand with Israel,
even better now. So what's it called? So who's your GOAT?
For me, it's Bernie Mac, man. Like every single time I watch his stuff like 20, 30 times, it's the funniest shit, man, ever. Like Bernie Mac, like I see his Kings of Comedy specials. I see the specials he does. Like it's the funniest guy, even in films.
So do you think he's funnier in films or funnier in stand-up?
Both. I'll put them both equally. Like even in films, yeah, you could tell that he improvises and he kind of like he does his own words. Like every single film he's in, he's the funniest person in that film. Like one of the funniest.
No, bro, he was hilarious in Casino Royale, bro. He was hilarious in Casino Royale. Sorry,
have you seen a film with
Oceans?
Have you seen him with Samuel Jackson? A film with him called Soul Man.
I haven't seen it because I keep I need to watch it. I haven't seen, but I keep on seeing the thing here. Yeah.
It's the funny film, but him, it's to the point where people, literally Steve Harvey, had to literally become, he was a part of the Kings of Comedy, he had to become a host because he couldn't come after Bernie Mac. That's how bad it was. Like, it was that bad where he couldn't even come after him. Like, literally, there's so many comedians, they say, oh, you can't follow Bernie Mac. Like, he'll, after you follow him, like, the crowd won't even respect your thing. Like they won't even respect it anymore. Like literally, I like Corey Holcomb as well because he's got that edgy part. He reminds me of Producer No as well. Corey Holcomb, like he's so edgy. Like he'll just say some wild stuff, man. And he's like he has no hold bars, But yeah, I like Katt Williams as well. And I like Bill Burr as well. Bill Burr is very funny. Like
Bill. No, he's coming up now. Like I think like he's probably the new guy that's like really like that guy because everyone else is sort of seasoned, but I think he's really the new upcoming guy. Was like, oh no, this guy's actually pretty damn funny, man.
Actually, as well, he has a decent show on Netflix also. I think it's Family something.
Oh yeah, and also he was in that. What's it called? Mandalorian? He was in the Mandalorian as well.
Yeah, Mandalorian. He wasn't doing much on that.
So Nomad, what about you? Your GOAT comedian, Nomad.
Yeah, I'm more of a Patrice O'Neill kind of guy.
Everyone's saying Patrice O'Neill, man.
Because of two things. I don't like comedians who are either, desperate for attention, who try too hard, scream and shout at the public, try to, almost beg for attention in a way. Or comedians who are lazy, And most of these up and coming new comedians that you're seeing, they're relying on crowd work after one show after the other. They're either dependent on the
Yeah.
crowd for material, or they're
Yeah.
dependent on their own past life experiences, which they're drawing upon. There's no like new original content that they're thinking up of. And Patrice O'Neill had that because he used to bring that from observing the world around him and from observing other people as well, and the experiences that he has with those people. It's not just where he came from, and it's not just crowd work. He came up with completely new material, unlike the other comedians that we were discussing before. So Patrice O'Neill had that, original content. He keep on coming up with new things, that he used to observe around him year after year after year. And he didn't used to scream and shout and make a clown of himself or beg the crowd for attention. He was just this cool, calm guy, and everyone used to be focused on him, And just he also had that cat kind of a thing. Just the way he was when he opened his mouth, people used to start laughing. Patrice O'Neill had that as well, so that's why he's my goat.
Elijah, what about you? Who's your goat comedian?
It's Bernie. It's Bernie, then Patrice O'Neill. I think Bernie was versatile in terms of doing being comedic in film and in stand-up. And obviously, like, for example, like Kings of Comedy, I felt like he was the one that carried the group. Let's be legitimately honest, because the group was Cedric, Hughley. Hughley's underrated from the four.
Yeah.
And then there was Steve, and then there was Bernie. Bernie was who you paid to go to see. The rest of the other two, nothing wrong with Cedric and Steve Harvey, but my money's going towards Bernie Mac. And then
like Cedric and Steve Harvey.
Mid in my opinion. I think Cedric, for me, Cedric was better in movies, i.e. barbershop.
Yeah, he's better in like even when he's doing stand up. Like I'm like, man, no, I don't think he had the skill for stand up. It's similar to Jim Carrey. Jim Carrey isn't great at stand up. Movies, he's the GOAT. Stand up, nah. Jim Carrey wasn't very good.
Carrey knows how to act, no doubt. Another one, I like that Louis C.K. and George Carlin are getting their flowers. I think it's just kind of weird. I think it's weird when people, everybody makes mistakes, but then when we heighten those mistakes and use those as weapons against them, that's kind of messed up. Eddie is solid stand-up wise, especially back in late mid 80s, early 90s.
Yeah. I feel like basically his two like Raw and Delirious, those are like GOAT shows. Those two shows that he did.
Another person I would give a shout. Obviously, Katt. You put Katt in there. God, he just the person just disappeared from my mind. But there's also some female comedians that are okay. Not like top 10, but there's some up there.
Yeah. And what's it called, Mohammed? What are you saying? Your good comedian.
Yeah, I always, for me, in terms of comedy, I have to be honest. You have to be edgy, brother. That's that's why you can't be just plain. And for me, Eddie Griffin is my favorite.
I forgot Eddie Griffin. He's pretty good. Yeah, Eddie Griffin is pretty good. That's a pretty good one.
Like I was watching him, some of his stuff in the 90s. I think he was a great. Just his delivery was absolutely amazing, and he's a bit similar to Katt Williams a little bit, but he's that I've ever seen because he could also walk the crowd, and he had so much materials. Like Eddie Griffin, one thing also I like about comedians is you don't repeat jokes. You have always new materials, and
also what's it called? Undercover Brother is a super amazing film, bro. Undercover Brother,
and Patrice Hall, one of the best ever as well as Bernie Mark as well. I think for me, that Kings of Comedy stuff Bernie should do just by himself because the other guys are not as funny. And for me, Steve Harvey's industry plant don't like the guy. He's not funny. He reads off of flashcards, man. He's a very corny guy. I'm not big fan of his. But those three, Eddie Griffin, Bernie Mac, and Patrice O'Neill, for me, my top.
Guys, look, man, this is been good, and maybe we'll try and do another one next week, man. This is cool. We'll do another one next week as well, just to do like a show covering various edgy topics of the world. So, guys, I'll see you guys next week. Peace out, stay true. Zadles, one love. Peace out.
Epstein is here.